You're now listening to MEME. 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 You're now listening to MEME. Yeah, yeah. MEME. MEME. Yeah.
Thank you. This is the MEMEPodcast, where MEME stands for music, movies, improvs, everyone must envy. We are the supreme meme team, and we do make memes on air. We're the only podcast that memefies and discusses Black entertainment, past, present, and non-existent, that you need to love and respect for the purpose of you appreciating the music more and us pushing the culture forward. I'm your host, Kim, living for the Lord, not Key.
Who is this nigga?
Who is it? Is it my brother?
Who is it?
He ain't no friend of mine.
He ain't no friend of mine. And I'm Feezus.
And I'm certified fuckboy, Donda son. I'll make that a hashtag.
This gonna be a show tonight.
Well, they had told me that they are better.
And Bird and the Midnight Falcons
and
the Joe Budden podcast all
put together.
Ooh, boo.
We shall see.
Introducing the supreme meme team.
Ain't got no money.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ain't got no fancy car.
Dun, dun, dun.
This tells me
Don't
right
live a life.
now that we need to do that show next.
We'll discuss.
The only song we should be singing off that shit is I Feel Like Going On.
Yes,
Yes, I feel.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm going on.
no.
Oh,
What was that nigga looking at? Take your time.
The Grim Reaper.
He did look like he was close to death, my
Like,
nigga.
boy, if you
I
don't hit
see.
that note, boy, I'm gonna take you like Uncle Charles, boy.
And I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. Hey, he told me I won't let the Reaper in. That's what. Back to Donda. I swung it around for you.
Thank you. I'm
All right.
trying to find something to swerve.
Segui back.
Swerving. I told her that I look better in person. You scared? Go to motherfucking church.
Right back in this bitch. Like the flick.
So this
J-Rock,
is-
we need a new album. Okay, continue.
Top.
I told y'all to
Top.
call top.
So this is season 8, where we show you why we're great. Meme number 88, entitled "MEMEFYING." Ye's Donda album. Hashtag. We don't care what Aubrey
Drug
says.
dealing just to get by. Stack your money till it gets
Sky
sky
high.
And then,
Don't.
Kids sing.
so
Wasn't supposed to make it past 25. The joke's on you, it's still alive. Throw your hands up in the sky, and we don't care what Aubrey says.
So
Don't.
Okay.
Got that heat? You heard that heat on the end of it?
So
Ran guy, boy. Ran guy, boy.
that is technically Kanye's first song, right?
Mhm.
That we hear from his first album.
Correct.
For him to go from that to saying on this Donda album that he can give $1 to every person on earth.
Well, personal worth ain't what a person is worth. I can give $1 to every person on earth. Man, it's got to be a God's plan. Man, I swear these boys keep playing.
Damn.
We gonna have to square up then.
Damn, Drake.
We gonna have to
Just say
square it
that.
up then.
Damn, Drake.
He ain't tryna
We gonna
fight.
have to send it up.
Hashtag
then.
where Drake's hands at.
He ain't got them smokeless.
On the G.
No, they let the GDs in the building. They mad when they open the door and see a GD. No, I just, that song is just, I'll pass.
Amazing. That's a great song.
I'll pass.
I love it. Put that on the bloodies.
And the Deadlocks.
You're gonna respect. Okay.
Yeah.
We show love to all gang members.
It's not your gang.
Because
It's
we're on the same
in
gang.
the same gang.
Don't you know you got to get yourself together?
All right, y'all. We gotta get it together.
I'm gonna invite.
This ties into the Donda.
I'm gonna invite.
Some way, somehow.
I'm gonna invite that guy. I've been getting high for a long time. I've been smoking blunts for a long time. I'm gonna invite him on here.
Yeah, but you should put that in the drops.
A long
Mama
time.
told me to get it.
Hashtag calm ye east. So, you got any more? What's that?
No.
What's the one you got? What's it got? What you
Well,
got?
originally the certified fuckboy Donda son was going to be one of the hashtags, but instead, after listening to the album and understanding what he was trying to do, I will take on that name instead of making it a hashtag. I will be the fuckboy for this episode.
All right. Howdy.
A lot of inner strength to get to this point. You know how hard it is to play a fuckboy?
Not hard.
It ain't hard. Just be
Pause.
yourself.
It ain't hard.
Just be who you want to be.
So you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and all podcast platforms. You're only getting season 7 and up on those platforms. If you want seasons 1 through 6, the pre and post shows and other exclusive content, go to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/theMEMEpodcast. Donate, support, and become a meme or a member. Topics of discussion. We got a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. Memories like they used to be. Then we got MEMEFYING Ye's Donda album, and then third segment, untethering, well, the meme conspiracy theories, untethering Kanye and Aubbey IG. That's his new name, Aubbey IG.
Aubbey IG.
Instagram. Instead of saying his name,
Mm.
Aubrey. Go. Insta.
Gotcha.
Aubbey IG.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Got to decode it because he might be like, oh, get them off the internet. They're talking about me. So yeah. So
that's how he sounds when he says it.
not like that. Not like that.
Oh no, not like that.
Not like that.
Sounds like a young
Not
Mike.
like that.
So you're saying he's a young Mike Jiggy now? Get him off the internet now.
No, Michael didn't talk like that.
In real life.
Mike had a deeper voice. He was
Mike
just,
like, hey, Mike like, I get the nigga off.
Hey, you seen the video? You seen the video of Mike checking Latoya about how he found her voice annoying?
He still sounded, he had a soft tone. Hey, I don't like how you're talking.
No, he said your voice is real annoying. Is what he said.
Nigga, you sound like me.
Bitch trying to riff like me.
So how do you sound?
You must really hate yourself then.
So before we get into it, so we were initially going to do a Kanye versus Aubbey IG show because of the hits and everything, and that was the momentum that was building up pre and post both albums dropping. But we decided we needed to not compare the two any longer. Hence, segment 3, the untethering. So. And also, before we get into it, I want to share a post that I sent to you guys as to why. What was it? I had it. Why Donda sucks to you.
Oh, I remember that.
Let me read what this sister, what's it, Jana B.
Thank you, Jana B.
What she said. So, why Donda sucks to you? Kanye West held 3 streamable listening events for the Donda release. If the 26-track album didn't click with you the first few times listening, then either A, the messages are not for you at this time, or B, your musical palate does not, and I repeat, does not know what caviar tastes like, and you're unfortunately accustomed to the microwave culture of sound being produced today, one that lacks true enrichment, complexity, and uniqueness. If the album was trash, other artists wouldn't be so bent out of shape for being removed. Thank you.
Did anyone take the time out of their life to listen to the Soulja Boy's voice that was removed?
No.
No.
But
Moving
also
along.
we had this conversation before you posted that in the group chat when I asked you your thoughts on the album and our opinions differed.
Yeah, I was pretty much one of them ones that was like, I didn't say it was trash though. I was like, I ain't like, I didn't say it was trash.
You were here.
I think
you were here.
If you didn't say the word trash,
That means I didn't say it was trash. So if I didn't say the word,
Okay.
I didn't
Just
say it was
because
trash.
you okay.
Okay, you
I
said
it wasn't a
pause.
good album.
You said
it wasn't a good album.
Which we will.
No, trash is like, we can go down some list of albums that are trash. Like that wasn't trash. Like I just said, hey, this is not up to. We'll get into that discussion. Okay. We'll talk about it. That's the reason why I brought the post up, because I was one of the ones at the beginning that was like, I ain't like it.
Yes, and I will get into my experience when the album first came out when we get there.
Because when you take that bus.
So yeah, so we can go into a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, go. Memories like they used to be. So Kanye's Donda album. This is 10th studio album. So there was not too many like backstories like what I usually find. So the songs that I sent to you, the unreleased joints, or the ones that were released like last year, this year, we can talk about that. We can talk about the controversy in regards to who was on the album, who showed up and were on the album at the showed up to the events. Mm-hmm. And then we can get into like the conversation you and I had in regards to comparing Kanye to whom. So we can start with the song. So we listened to the songs right before starting the show. So the 80 Degrees song from the Yandi album, the original 80 Degrees, before it was Hurricanes. Featuring JJ Icefish.
I understand it was a reference track.
No, it wasn't a reference track. That was gonna be on Yandi, nigga.
I'm pretty sure somebody else was gonna sing that part. So
no, he was gonna sing that.
Kanye was gonna sing that?
80 degrees, right over me. Don't let me down or drown. I know you won't.
I think on that version he said, "Don't let me down."
Probably so. It sounded great. I liked it.
Well, I do appreciate. Wait,
here I go again, boy.
Wait, didn't they say that he called The Weeknd after the first one or the second one?
There's like 3 versions of that.
Yeah, but the version The Weeknd was on, I think they were working on in the middle of the second one.
You talking about for the stadium? Yeah, because I'm talking about there's 3 or 4 versions that came out like before he even did the concert.
I know, but the Weeknd version, I'm saying. Was it the Weeknd version out before?
Who's on there now? It's Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
It was somebody else that was on there.
Okay, cool.
There's like 3 different versions, 3 or 4 different versions over the past 2 years.
Well, cause I remember they were talking about, we're trying to get Weeknd on this to get this song done, blah, blah, blah. We just sent the song off or something like that. And I remember thinking like, damn, I don't want to hear the Weeknd on no goddamn Kanye song. Boy, was I wrong.
Shout out to the Weeknd. He did his thing. Shout out to JJ Icefish for being on the original.
That was
I like the beat. Like when I first heard that like a couple of years ago, I like the beat. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, it sounds different. It has a nice feel to it. Didn't care for this. The singing, it was like, okay, he can't sing, he's struggling. But I like So yeah, it was like I like the harmony. No, not the harmony, but the melody. I liked what he was trying to do.
You know, I'm about to say it was a good reference track. You got to build the words around it, but they got to put a little bit more effort into building the words around it before they put it out like that. That's just my opinion.
Gotcha. Now the Washes in Blood featuring Travis Scott. You watched the video.
Yeah, that video was extremely disturbing.
But they needed to be washed in the blood.
So are we exploiting that, Kanye?
I don't know.
That's why I say I don't understand. What are your intentions behind that? Song actually was pretty good.
Yeah, so that dropped last year, The Washes in Blood featuring Travis Scott.
They around the same time when Lil Baby dropped his song and all that shit, when the protests and all that shit was going on?
I don't know the timing.
Okay.
So yeah, then the Na 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 song.
I forgot to listen to that one.
He owe LMAFO some money.
Who are them niggas?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Was that a Pitbull song?
No, that's LMAFO.
Was Pitbull on a remix or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard that shit from somewhere before. That's what shit, like that loud shit you hear in the club and shit, like damn, when they turn that shit down. They're like, pew, 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 pew. with the loud ass whatever the trumpets were, the fuck that is, recorders or
Yeah.
fuck.
But that song was dope. It was featuring the baby and 2 Chainz.
I wonder if that was a song when 2 Chainz pulled up to the first one.
You talking about
I
the
thought
first
it was Lil
event?
Baby.
No, it was the baby on the
The baby on
song.
the baby's on the 999 song.
Yeah, that song was dope. And I felt it's like just them doing the song last year, and it was supposed to be it was last year. No, that was the beginning of this year, if I'm not mistaken. They did the song, 2 Chainz was on it. And then for, all the stuff that happened with the baby, and then, the whole situation with him being on this album, yada, yada, yada. It was like, okay, this could have been the 999 song could have possibly been like a, I guess they were just trying to get a feel of like if the Donda album was supposed to drop in January, that could have been a single.
Okay.
So then we have, we'll talk about Life of the Party as we talk about the album.
Okay.
So the controversy, so seguing it over into the baby, Marilyn Manson. So after they showed up on the live stream at the stadium, a lot of people took issue with that. Like, why is he here? Why is the baby here? Then everybody was like, oh, damn, he got Marilyn Manson. Some people was like, damn, he got Marilyn Manson over there. But then, a lot of people don't know about the sexual assault charges. Yeah.
Sexual abuse charge or something like that.
So he was there. The baby's there for the quote unquote homophobic rant that he did prior. So it's like, okay, he shouldn't be there. Why is he there? And then people will start talking about Chris Breezy. Breezy, let me put some respect on his name. Breezy being on the album with this whole situation with Rihanna and all that.
Damn, that was like 15 years ago.
It was literally like 15 years ago.
Yeah, I heard. I was listening to a couple of like album reviews, and then people were like throwing that in there, like, "Oh, the baby's on there," and Marilyn Manson was at the concert, and then he had Chris Brown.
Okay, I have a question because what is the name of that song? No Guidance. White people love that, but
now you got a problem.
Now you have a problem
because he's on a gay album. It's just a part of the narrative that they was trying to run with like the baby, his choice of why he chose them to be on the album.
Okay, well then y'all get off of TikTok dancing to Chris Brown songs because I've seen them. What's that other song he got where tell me you're in Winnipeg, I hear you in a Winnipeg.
I don't know that one.
I don't listen to Briss.
In the middle of the night.
Oh, that song. Oh, crazy. I do listen to Chris.
Oh, baby, everything you do.
Oh, okay.
I was like, who is that?
Amazing.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You know Chris Brown.
I don't fucking listen to Briss Breezy.
That's the shit like I hear go like at the Target or some shit.
Why you lie?
No, I mean like you hear it. I mean like I hear it played. So it's
you
like
watch TikTok.
Yeah, like if I go to a bar and go watch it, like that song will probably be playing in the background. Like, what the fuck is that?
But my algorithm does not bring that in. So I've been watching TikTok videos for so long that only a certain types of videos come onto my feed.
I get the most. Well, I just started.
Exactly. Exactly. I get those videos. I don't get Briss Breezy dance videos.
And stop the damn dance.
Well, I don't understand why I get titties and tarot card readings on my shit.
Because your chakras is fucked up and you need to go get some
watching
titties.
porn on his phone.
No, I just like literally just logged on. All of a sudden it was like
The
tarot
niggas
tarot card readings. Like, what the fuck?
They can pull it from all your browser history.
They know you're lonely.
If you think you're lonely now, ooh yeah, log into TikTok, nigga.
Go.
No, but shout out to them putting that Mickey Mouse nigga on my shit. That's funny. I like them.
Who?
The Mickey Mouse guy. Like we like watching people cook food or whatever. You're like, oh, you make food? I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I do not.
I'll show you when we get.
I do not own the TikTok. I don't own TikTok.
Yeah,
I'm about to put us on TikTok.
I should have been like you. I should stay off TikTok.
Yeah,
I was perfectly trying to stay
off TikTok. I ain't been on IG in like a year or more.
Man, we supposed to be promoting this show, but what y'all doing?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, that was your phone.
Get on there, promote this show. A lot of good stuff on there.
I was talking about Chris Brown being canceled.
Then we ain't talking about TikTok. But anyway, so yeah, the controversy behind that. So people, and this goes into the conversation we'll have later regarding the media bias.
And it ain't meme bias.
Nah,
it ain't meme.
We play it.
I thought it was meme.
Write that down.
I thought it was meme.
I thought it was meme. Oh yeah.
You're on something.
Yeah, y'all are doing it today. Y'all are doing it today.
Yeah, write that down.
You guys brought
I got it.
Brought your A games. All right.
I want to hear later. Man, what was it? Man.
No, I got it.
No, the beautiful thing is, like, this is a recorded podcast, so if you don't write
Well,
it
we ain't
down,
got time to go back and try to figure out when did you say that?
damn, that's probably got no views. You want to go back and listen to your old shit?
I listen. Well, I don't really listen. No, I do listen. I listen because I got to find the snippets. I got to find the snippets to put up on IG.
I don't listen. Well, listen.
I'll be lying. I just said I don't listen to Chris.
He
Chris.
a lot. That's the second lie he told today.
Yeah, in the last 5 minutes. Damn, man. Anyway.
So then Pieces and I had a great conversation in regards to comparing. So after we had the discussion about untethering or not using or putting Aubbey IG up there with Kanye, the question was, who can we compare Kanye to in a versus type of way? So hip hop wise, he's transcended hip hop. He's transcended hip hop. He's explored different sounds, genres, fusing a great deal of genres, and he's created his own space. So no one is really fucking with Ye in the hip hop space. So you couldn't really do a versus. Now you could, but in the trajectory of where he's going, he's on a whole different level. So when we talk about Aubbey IG, it's like, okay, we can talk about the hits, but the hits hit different on Ye's side. So we had the discussion, who can we put him up against? Or who can we compare him to? So what was said? What did we say?
Nigga, I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
Quincy?
No, I thought we.
You was shaking your head like, yeah.
No, I'm agreeing with the conversation happening, and then you took the notes, so I didn't have to remember.
What I remember about the Quincy
I had other shit to do.
We can't really put him with Quincy because of the wide range of musical.
He's got time to grow into that.
Yeah, he would have to go. He had to probably go another 20 years, and it'd be like, all right, then we can start looking at him and Quincy, because Quincy was doing like the band shit back in the 50s and 60s. He was fucking with Sinatra. And then in the 70s, he got into the whole like the whole Brazilian music, and like he was like doing some other shit.
Bossa Nova.
Yeah, then you start getting into the whole goddamn. Then you got the Wiz, and then you got Michael Jackson shit. Then you got the Q's juke joints and all that shit. So he had a lot of different shit.
a lot of TV shows and shit like that.
Tevin.
Yeah,
Aubbey.
Put Tevin on, goddamn
Aubbey.
Tamia.
Bringing people together.
Nigga, if you don't say Aubbey's name, I'm about to come over there and smack
I'll
the
be
shit
sure
out
to
of
say
you.
his name after Tevin and Tamia.
I'm about to put a move on your heart, all right, my nigga.
Get choked
About to move your fucking heart outside your chest.
So with him bringing artists together, like on the Secret Garden, we see Ye doing that. Now
That's the Good Summer compilation.
Cruise Summer. Well, same thing. Same difference.
It was all good music artists. So.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be like Quincy won that one then. That album wasn't all that.
It wasn't, but I'm saying it's still
Mercy and Click were fire.
But all of Q's albums aren't solid either.
That's true.
Let's stop acting like
you listen to all the albums.
Not just that.
What's on Juke Joint, bud?
Not just that, but let's stop acting like everything that he touched and did was a complete masterpiece.
Everything ain't Thriller.
Everything wasn't Thriller.
Yeah,
and everything wasn't The Wiz.
Bad was flawless.
What? No, the fuck it was not.
What song on there that wasn't?
Just Good Friends.
Okay. Okay. I don't even know that song.
The one with Stevie.
That's sad. It's a Stevie song, but everything else on there.
It would be like how y'all would say "The Girl Is Mine" is the wackest song. I was like, that song is fire as fuck. Actually,
who the fuck is they?
I ain't never
people
said
say
that.
that's the weakest song on Thriller.
I would never say that.
I don't believe.
What did I? No, we had
based
this
on the vibes.
Didn't me and you have this conversation?
Not on The Girl Is Mine.
No, about the Thriller album. And it wasn't The Girl Is Mine for me being the weakest song.
Don't say Baby Be Mine, nigga. I would jump over this goddamn.
I think it was
Yeah,
Baby
nigga,
Be
what?
Mine.
Nigga, pause this goddamn podcast. I'm touching it on right now, nigga. That's just a jam, nigga.
He's about to move the heart from your chest.
Hell yeah.
Well, I got an ice box where my heart used to be.
When I'm by your side.
Dum, 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 dum.
Nigga, what?
Man, get out.
Yeah, I dare you. Billie Jean is worse than that.
Today.
I still say Thriller is the worst song on Thriller. Anyway,
Baby,
back to Donda.
girl,
So back to what you're saying, Quincy is on a different. Now, if you want to start comparing like certain albums that Quincy produced against Kanye's albums that you produced, then you can start having that conversation. But what album would you put up against Thriller? Would you put Graduation up against Thriller?
No,
What Kanye album would you put up against Thriller?
we can't right now. I'm saying we still, but
Can Kanye,
Again,
can Kanye make a
Kanye
Thriller
still-
right now?
Hell yeah.
quite possibly. But
I say
Kanye's
hell
still
yeah.
in the first 15 to
15.
20 years of his.
He's 20.
He did 30.
No, he's not.
No.
No,
It's
Kanye
20,
is
25.
25.
Kanye
got?
still is in the
96,
15 to 20 years of his career.
Okay, so you're saying like him
I'm
being
talking
on
about
top.
his. I'm comparing them career wise, not life wise.
Mhm. Yeah.
Kanye has the trajectory to get there. Let's not act like Quincy was popping hard in his first 15 to 20 years of his career. He was cultivating what he became later. Kanye has the ability to grow into that type of producer and artist.
I don't
He
think
has
I don't think
that.
as a producer he is.
Hmm.
And this is the reason why. Sorry to interrupt you.
You
My
got
bad.
it.
Quincy or QNC is a musical prodigy. Kanye is a beat maker when you could put them up against each other. Kanye could not put together a soundtrack or a musical score for a movie like The Color Purple the way Quincy could. Quincy did The Color Purple.
I told you that.
Well, yeah, so can Kanye do that?
Yes, but also in time. I'm not comparing them right now. I think you're misconstruing what I'm saying. Right now, no, because Quincy wasn't in his first 15 to 20 years of his career when he made the score for The Color Purple. He had been around and been to Paris and lived and done multiple things in his career. I believe he was like in year 30 at that point. Let's see what Kanye does in these next 10 years.
Okay, so
Then absolutely.
let me further explain what I meant by what I say. QNC is a musical prodigy. He will go to the depths and try to figure out different things. Kanye will do it, but that is not his main focus anymore. I don't even think Kanye wants to even do music anymore. I think he's contractually obligated to put out an album. That's why he has to do his album. That's why he's been putting out little like rush projects for a certain period because he was more focused on other shit. So that's what I would say hinders him from taking that next step and be able to do a musical score or something of that nature, because I don't think he will sit down and take the time to do the shit.
Well, that's one of the things that I brought up in the conversation, that QNC has dedicated his life to music. And that's all he's focused on in his life.
Mhm.
Kanye has put more attention, like music starting off, that was his life. Then he ventures off into the fashion world and begins to really give his all to the fashion, which took away from the music. And then with the shoes, took away from the music. So he's opening doors in other arenas where, as you were saying, like musical score. So that'll be equivalent to like Quincy going into the music, the movie space.
Mhm.
Kanye went into the fashion and the shoes and things like that. So when we look at it overall, now we can just compare apples to apples and just talk music. But overall, like, look at what Kanye has taken that genius mindset into other areas to evolve that space.
I have a interesting thing to think about to
Go
tie
ahead,
it all
sir.
in. You just brought up how if QNC had really went to the movie space like the way Kanye did, what could have been? Y'all watch the Quincy documentary? Didn't he say after he did The Color Purple is when he got burnt out because he was doing that bad and like something else, which is kind of why he ended up stopped working with Michael and all that stuff because he kind of like took a break.
Mm-hmm.
I can say Kanye. Well, low key, the same thing happened to Kanye, but Kanye came out of it. Then it'll be if we were to compare those same instances. Therefore, you got what the Q's Juke Joint in the other album,
Secret Garden,
and all that stuff. So you have those moments, but it's not.
And I want everybody to stop for a second because the spacing between the Secret Garden and Q's Juke Joint is like 5 years.
Yeah.
They're not back to back.
Yeah. Well, that makes it even worse though. That's worse to my point. But no, but you said Tevin in the middle of that too.
And as you so greatly stated, he gave Tevin away.
Yes.
To Aubbey and Prince and
Heavy
Eddie.
D.
Yeah, not. I about to say Eddie Murphy.
You mean Eddie?
No, baby, Booby for say.
Yes, and Heavy D had a hand in that as well. But I've listened to Q's Juke Joint. There's 2 good songs on that album.
That's it. How many songs? About 16, 20 songs?
Not that.
Let me look it up. We got phones, boy. Come on now.
It's like 14, 15 songs on there.
QNC.
But like, so we say when Kanye did it, we got what the Life of Pablo, Jesus King, and now Donda.
And I'm not mad at none of those albums.
So that's why I say that's where you say if you want to start doing comparison, then you're like, oh, this will be a little closer than we thought. Because I would say you can't compare those two, but then you start looking at little things like that in their careers. You can start looking at it like,
Oh, this boy dropping albums every year, but what you talking about?
QNC?
Yeah, Back on the Block.
Oh yeah, that was the
There's 15 songs on.
Can't believe y'all never listened to
That's
it.
95 though. Q Juke Joint is 95.
Yeah.
Oh, you put a move on
Back on the Block was 89.
That's the one with Tevin on it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So again,
that's the one with Tomorrow and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Secret Garden.
Again, these albums are 5 years apart. I may be dumb, but I be knowing what I'm talking about.
So he followed up bad with Back to the Block.
Yeah, 87. No, well, I don't count that one because it seemed like it's an older.
Oh, okay, just throw it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, see, Color Purple. Then
Color
Back to the
Purple
Block,
89, then Back on the Block, same year.
Color Purple 89.
Yeah, didn't they come out like 86?
Yeah. What the fuck? Anyway.
Yeah, this is not a Quincy show.
Yes,
Donda. So yeah, we had that conversation. Give Kanye some time because he's moving up there to to be in a whole different league by itself. Because like I said, with the hip hop, he's pretty much transcended hip hop. Now we also brought up Roberto K. As
Roberto Silencio.
Calicio. Roberto Calicio.
Love it. I'll say his name all day.
Roberto.
I like that nigga.
Robbie K, boy. Robert Kelly. Aura Kelly. We brought him up as a producing wise and like him putting together dope fucking albums. So it's like what a Yeezy versus Kelly.
But Aura didn't have it. Oh, that almost went very badly. He didn't have his hands and nothing else.
Oh, yes, he did.
So I stopped myself. I heard it before I said it. But yes, because Robert didn't pigeonhole himself in just one style of music producing or recording or writing for. None of this is going to sound right. He sampled a little bit of everything that was out there.
And if you were watching the case this week, he sure did.
So, and I'm not even trying to do that, but he didn't pigeonhole himself into one type of music at all.
If I could turn,
Nigga, he wrote because I'm your angel.
I was thinking that one originally, but I'm pretty sure if he could turn back the hand of time.
Nigga,
Yeah.
I Believe I Can Fly is genre transcendent.
But he only has, how many songs like that does he? In fact, once again, we need to get back to Kanye. How many does Kanye have?
Transcending?
Yes.
A lot. But we're on Donda.
But let me say this. Well, we'll get to there. But in Kanye's career, we're talking about the verses though. In his career, we just talked about the verses. Like you said, Robert versus Kanye.
I didn't want to bring that up. He did that.
Okay,
Well, it was spoken on, so
yeah, I'm just speaking on what I was spoken on. So
you scared to bring it up on the show?
oh my gosh, Roberto. No, but
No, because I don't remember a lot of that conversation.
It was just brought up. We didn't really go in on Roberto. It was more so Quincy.
No, but I would say like this. I would say, would you say Gold Digger would be the transcendent song?
Was that really transcending?
Yeah, for white people.
That's where I was about to go to. So I Believe I Can Fly is a different level of transcending.
But it has a different feeling, though.
Yeah, they're two completely different types of songs.
Like Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror is transcending.
So once again,
feeling wise,
so
like
yeah,
again,
Gold Digger is just like some.
It's two completely different types of songs for two completely different types of artists. Would I put them in a verses? No, I would not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would not. They're two completely different types of artists. Yes, they both dabble in other different types of musicality, but they're not the same type of artist. Kanye is not going to make an I Believe I Can Fly in that same vein that is going to transcend nationalities and shit like that, because
Took it off the planet, boy.
white people ain't gonna want to hear We Don't Care.
Okay. Actually, they do.
They don't, because he said that shit on a telethon and they tried to cancel him.
Before canceling was a thing.
White people aren't gonna want to hear We Don't Care from Kanye. They're not going to accept it as easily as they're going to accept an I Believe I Can Fly. They're not going to accept a Black Skinhead the same way that they're going to listen to You Are Not Alone. They're not even going to accept Love Lockdown the same way they would listen to an Earth song.
Now, if Kanye wouldn't have stepped out into the fashion space and put more energy into the music, he could have gave us a transcendent song of that magnitude.
I don't believe so.
I believe so. If he just focused on the music and never went over to the fashion or the shoes and just fucked with music and began to experiment solely on music, he would have popped one out.
I don't believe so.
Why
because
not?
In order to make it a song be as transcendent as it is, people have to fuck with you like that.
They didn't fuck with R. Kelly like that.
When he made I Believe I Can Fly, yes, they did.
White people did not give a fuck about R. Kelly.
Before that, no.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
They gave a fuck about Space Jam. And that's all this happened to be.
Nobody's fucking with Kanye like that.
They fuck with Kanye.
But let's. I want to challenge.
They fuck with Kanye more than they fuck with
R. Kelly back then.
Yeah, they fuck with Kanye.
So I put it like this: Jesus Walks exists, and that was before George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Mm-hmm.
I would say actually Jesus Walk would be his most transcendent song, just off of the quote unquote subject matter and how the gospel people were like, oh yeah, Jesus Walk. I can't believe you did a song about Jesus on the radio. It's like there's mad songs. So, okay. Anyway, so that would be the closest transcendent song.
Mm-hmm.
So it's but
it's still confined within like the Christian realm. transcendent means like you transcending religions. Like you listen to I Believe I Can Fly. I don't care if you Satanist, atheist, goddamn Hinduist, goddamn.
It's not looked at as a.
Yeah,
it's not
like, boy, I can fly, boy.
It's not looked at in religious views as like a secular song.
Okay, well, Kanye would never have a transcendent song.
I said what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, by that definition.
But I'm saying if he wouldn't have gotten into the fashion.
No.
So essentially what you're saying is a transcendent song has to be either about dreams or make a change within yourself.
I mean, you
so
heard motivation. You heard Man in the Mirror, my nigga.
So it's all about either motivation or I'm dreaming about my future shit.
Yeah, you heard Man in the Mirror.
It is Tomorrow by Tevin Campbell. Transcendent.
To young black niggas.
Today,
and to young black niggas in 1989. Because nothing comes to dreamers but a dream.
Yeah, white folks know they was gonna be here tomorrow.
And sitting by the river boats when everyone else is down the street. So
wow. Thank you, Donda, for this wonderful discussion that we're having right now.
No. Unfortunately, thank you. Nobody, no. Not right now, he doesn't.
Okay.
Not right now.
Great discussion, though.
No.
No.
So we're going to get into the album. MEMEFYING. Ye's Donda album.
Wait.
Donda.
So in the memories, talking about what happens when we first heard the album and all that shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
Okay,
be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no. We want to hear about what you thought.
I've heard it before, and I want everybody.
Everybody what?
To hear what he's got to say.
Okay. You want him to go first? You want us to?
No, I want him to go first. The person who didn't like it at first.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
So when I first heard it, I want to say I woke up, knew that it was what?
Just waking up in the morning, gotta wait.
Wait a minute.
The date seems kind of odd.
No. Hey, no. Because once again, it's on.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I'm just waking up and I knew once again it's on.
Hey, that's when you know nigga about to lie. Like, boom.
So that's what he just did. That nigga just said I woke up and got on my knees because I knew. Because I knew that today was.
I don't even pray.
Today was a beautiful day that the Lord had made. Like and once again it's on.
So yeah, I woke up Sunday morning and I got a headache. Can't believe it, all that shit that I drank.
Last night, as soon as I felt it coming on, I should have quit. It's true that a drunk ain't shit. And to the man above, I said, thanks again. I never drink again if he just let me live. Mike G spoke to me, and I said I get a headache calling Earl like a mother while I'm sipping the tell her I need to 7-Up because my head is spinning. Round and round. I think I better sit down. My homie side is all right, and I'm feeling fake. I think he's used to it. But a nigga like Quick ain't.
Like. It's the bomb.
I can feel my face getting on.
Shout out to
Tonight is a night, and I'm looking real sporty.
Sporty.
Shout out to next week's the next episode. You just did two samples right there.
Oh, crisscross. So yeah,
Christopher.
Please, my whole crew makes G's. Tonight's the night, baby. So blow up on these tonight. Tonight is the night.
Well, get ready. So,
baby.
Tonight. So I didn't stay up. I didn't stay up. I didn't stay up, you know, like we did with King's Disease 2. I went to sleep. I took the Feezus route. I went to sleep. Yeah, you know.
Because it's still going to be there the next day.
Exactly. I was like, I get up and listen in the morning.
You got to put important shit.
Slept on it.
He's gaming on you.
So it was Sunday because it was released on Sunday. So I had
it's closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A.
Okay. So I had time to.
You're my number one with the lemonade.
So I had time to run it through. I didn't have to get up and go to work. So listen to it all the way through, and I was like, "Nah, fam, this ain't it."
That child was left behind.
No time.
Sped.
There's no miracles on you.
But I am walking in the light.
You've seen it.
I seen it, bud.
Okay.
So I was like, nah, this ain't it. I ain't feeling it. I didn't say it was trash. I said I wasn't feeling it. So the reason why I said that was on the first run through, I'm like, damn, this goddamn album sound the same all the way through, 27 songs, but and why you got 27 songs, bud? What's wrong with you?
And it doesn't.
So it was like, okay, it sound the same. Every song sound the same for the most part.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you the same questions that I had the first time.
Go ahead, bud.
Where were you listening to it at?
On my phone or with the headphones.
Were these
Beats by Walmart, man?
Beats by Walmart. So I remember I told you. You must have listened to it. Like, you have to get some good headphones. You can hear everything that he's doing, or listen to it in your car.
Right. I didn't ride around in my car with that. I just said I woke up. I'm like, oh, that Donda drop. Let me listen to this Donda album.
Were you cleaning the house as you did it?
No, I was laying in the bed.
Okay. All right. You probably fell asleep like 3 times.
No, I listened the whole time.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
Okay. So I'm sorry. So what happened that made you go back and re-listen?
Well, I said, let me give it another whirl. You know, listening to other people speak about it. Listen to Urban X with Black Dot.
Niggas he don't even know. It's
no,
cool.
I'm just saying I'm listening.
It's cool.
I listen to them like on a regular basis. I wasn't like I listened to them just to hear what they had to say. Of course, Donda drop. Everybody that I listen to is talking about it. So I listened to Black Dot. Black Dot, they took a break. He said he listened to about 7 times. I listened to Doggy Diamonds and Kareem Johnson. They talked about it. And then once there was a third person that talked about, the Thought Crimes. P Solo and Sincere, they talked about it. So it was mixed reviews, Doggy Diamonds and Kareem. It was like, nah, they ain't feeling it. Well, Kareem said he wasn't feeling it. He said it was trash. He said it was trash. Black Dot said he listened to it 7 times. He was like, he understood it. It was a cool album. And then Thought Crime said they liked the album. So I was like, okay, cool. Getting, people that I trust in their, I do trust them. They're what they say. I do trust what they say.
Keep going.
So I was like, okay. Then we spoke. I told you guys. I talked to Brandon too. I said, yeah, I ain't feeling it. Talked to you guys and was like, I ain't feeling it. Then you asked me specifically like what songs, I remember off top, I said that the Lauryn Hill joint.
That was me that asked you that, first of all.
No, it was him.
No.
I said it was him.
My story is him.
In my head, it's him. So I was like, I ain't feeling it. I wasn't feeling that song. And then we was talking about, because we talking about the samples and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was, because I specifically said like that was like one of the best songs of the album. And you were like,
nah.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And I think you brought up the fact that, him using a sample, the obvious sample. And I was like,
simple sampling.
Yeah. And I was like, no, that's how you do it. Because it wasn't a simple sample. He flipped it and still put like the bass line behind it. That's not a bass line that came from that song.
Right.
So you basically did create a whole different song off of a small part of that song.
Right.
It wasn't like are you gonna be like the most known part of that fucking song.
Right.
If anything, he took a part like that watch out of that, and which the actual song sounds totally different. So to take that part is actually more creative. So that's why I said that's how you flip a sample and shit.
Right. But I was, like I said, I didn't really listen to the song. So I was like, now simple sampling. You was like, well, what about Nas? What did you bring up? You said a Nas, and I'm like, nah, fam, that's different.
Was it a new Nas song?
No, you were sitting at the table. This is the last time we did a show. You were sitting at
I remember. I'm trying to remember what Nas song I said though.
And
with a simple sample like that.
Yeah, Nas has a Lauryn Hill sample. Just
the
Nas album done. Yeah, Nas album done.
The college.
Like
joint.
That would be more. Yeah,
simple.
Yes, it was.
But he.
I was like, nigga, he ain't produced that.
But he likes.
I say he ain't produced that, cuz. Khaled produced that. That ain't no.
Khaled produced that.
Khaled produced that.
But no, I'm saying, but that would be more simple sampling, even though I do like that beat though. But still, that's more like the known part of that song.
Right. But again, that's me not, like I said, I didn't really listen the first go round. So you can't really make an opinion off first listen. Just like we gave you hell with your first listen of King's Disease 2. You said it was cool. That was off your first listen. Then you said afterwards you start liking songs. You like this, you like that, da da da. So
Don't relate this shit back to me, nigga. This is about you.
I'm getting out of this.
Don't try to get the heat off of you by bringing it back to me.
I mean, that's the reason why I read the lady's post at the beginning, because I fall into that category. Or fell into that category. I'm different. I'm a changed man right now.
Oh wow.
Okay. I'm a changed man.
Okay, so I guess I'm the only one in this meme podcast that's not fell victim to not liking an album and then trying to change my opinion. The nerve of you guys. My opinion stays solid from the first to the last listen.
I said the Nas album was cool. On my first listen, I didn't say that I wasn't feeling it. There's two different things going on here.
No, I didn't say it was trash either. That's what the charges that were brought upon me.
Wow.
That I said it was trash. I didn't say it was trash.
The word trash.
I said I wasn't feeling it.
You were saying it like it was trash.
No. Okay.
Adjacent.
Well, let me.
Not even close.
Let me explain further. So we had the conversation. I said what I said in regards to
two songs.
Believe What I Say. I said what I said in regards to other songs. Like it sounded the same. We had a whole conversation in regards to it sounding super cohesive. Like all these songs sound the same. There's no diversity like to where it's like you listen to King's Disease 2. Moment sounds different than YKTV. Then you can listen to Rare. Then you go listen to Brunch on Sundays. Then you go listen to Pressure. Then you listen. It's like different sounds. It takes you on different experiences. So if I'm listening to Donda, it's like listening to the same song all the way through. It has the same tonality.
It doesn't.
Like I said, this is based off first listen. Now it has a theme. It has a theme that it stays within a certain pocket, but off of first listen, I'm like, damn, oh, this sounds the same. So that added to why I was saying that I wasn't feeling it. And to go a step further, my expectation was super high for Kanye.
And then here is where I tried to read you your rights.
You can't read me my rights. You don't know.
I did read you your rights.
Oh no.
And after we had a conversation, you was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and have a listen. Niggas that tell you that I'm listening to this with no expectation, or I'm listening to this with high expectations, are niggas who haven't evolved anywhere.
That is not true.
If you go into this and you say, I'm listening to this with no expectations, and then you hear it and you're like, oh, I didn't hear a love lockdown. I didn't hear a song like Good Morning. You went into it with expectations, and you're expecting a Kanye that doesn't exist anymore.
That's not the case. I wasn't expecting the same Kanye. It's like when you hit certain peaks and evolve, I'm expecting a high. It's like when Michael Jackson did Blood on the Dance Floor. It's like after Dangerous, you're like, okay, where is he going to take it next? And if he lets you down, it's not that, oh, I was expecting him to do Thriller or Off the Wall. I'm saying, hey, I'm expecting a higher level, taking it to the next level. Mike.
I would agree with you, except for you missed one part of history in that.
Well, history is just the repackaging of all the other songs.
But there was new songs on there.
But again, overall, it's the repackaging of old songs. It's history. That's why I use Blood on This. It's a different album. It's like
previously released songs or songs in the tuck.
Which one?
Scream. Scream.
Oh, it was on.
Remember, it was the double album. The second album was new songs.
Oh, okay. So Scream was on.
So, and then I remember that album not being that great, which would have set my expectations up for the next album. Like, I don't know about this next one. And then he would drop that, and I'd be like, yep, I was about right.
Well, I thought history was just like all old songs.
No, that's like it's a double album. One.
So that's why I jumped to Blood on the Dance Floor.
Yeah, I understand. I was just you left that part out.
But yeah, so it's not like I'm expecting him to redo My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I'm like, given the caliber of work and knowing what I know that he could take it to levels that no one else can. And then to hear this album, I'm like, this is like light work for the most part. So it's not like I'm saying it's trash. It's like my expectation is already set here because I know that you're a musical genius. I don't expect anything less. Now I get that you're focusing on other things, which takes away from the focus of the music. So that's what contributes to what we get or have gotten.
I don't think that's it at all, but we'll get there when we get there. That's something that's coming up in a moment.
And matter of fact, when you break these songs down, I need you to tell me about your original mind state and how it changed. All 26 sons.
No. I'm no.
All of them.
No.
I ain't about to go through all them.
I'm not
goddamn
about to
songs,
sit here for that.
They be at 40 hours, bro.
I'll be at the crib. Y'all send me the link to call in.
I'm sorry, time out. Let's run back. When's the last time you said Kanye had a good album? I'm gonna let him escape with that bullshit. He got quiet.
No, I'm thinking. Goddamn, bro, what y'all think? Motherfucker can't think, what?
Well, if you have to think, how do you have high expectations for the Kanye album when it started out? Because my thing I'll say is Jesus is King wasn't that great of an album to where I'm like, I'm expecting like, this Donda album is about to be Jesus is King was it's a pretty good album, but it to me matched up with Life of Pablo, Yeezus.
I don't think he ever listened to Zeus's King like that to have an expectation of Donda based off of the Zeus's King, which means that once again, like you did with the History album, you just skipped an entire album.
That would tell you where the direction is going.
I already heard them songs.
No, and so not just that, but
I heard beat it.
You skipped. I also want to say that you skipped 2 entire albums that would tell you where Donda was going. You must no,
not necessarily.
So
because
you're missing an album.
After graduation,
this is
Can't See Ghost is a lead up into
okay, we can throw Ye in there. We can throw Ye in there.
I would say you can. This is what Life of Pablo was supposed to be.
Came out after Ye.
That's a collabo album.
But the that album is going in the direction of Zeus's King. It's all about him and Mascoudi finding
God.
But again, after graduation, we wasn't expecting 808s.
We weren't expecting his mom to pass either.
But again, we weren't expecting. So we don't know, like, we can't just say, in hindsight, you can say that, but you can't say, like, well, if you listen to this, then you can expect that this is going to go towards Donda. I can't say that.
It went exactly where I thought it was going to go.
Wait. Yes, if you know the history, yes, it could, because another history lesson we have just said that was wrong. Who just said 808s was after his mom? That was you.
It was.
808s was already. 808s is not about his mom. 808s is about the breakup between him and
Alexis.
So Donda would match more with 808s because this is about the breakup of him and Kim.
And we wasn't expecting Yeezus.
Cruel Summer is the lead up to Yeezus. Yes, it is. Because that's why I remember I heard the beats on that. I was like, "What the fuck is he doing?" And then that kind of matched up with what he was doing. It was a progression up to that.
Yeah.
I'm just basing off of Mercy and.
Those are the good songs. Those are the good songs.
You are only basing it off of songs you heard on the radio. Swerve.
True.
Swerve.
That was a weird time. Anyway.
So my expectations. I'm like, I'm expecting, especially you doing all these theatrics as well. So let's add that into the mix as well. So the theatrics.
What are the theatrics?
The live shows, whatnot.
That's not. I would not call that
It's
theatrics.
grand. It's grand.
Grand marketing.
That is exactly. That's great marketing.
Nigga set himself on fire.
The nigga floated out of a fucking stadium.
Exactly.
Kanye is the P.T. Barnum of hip hop.
That is great marketing right there.
I'm not judging the marketing. I'm just saying, with doing all of that, I'm expecting, goddamn, boy, you about to kill the game, boy.
And he gave it to me. Consider me killed.
Yes, when I heard it, I was amazed when I first heard it. I was like, okay, I see what you were doing there, Kanye. And remember, that was only like 1 or 2 songs where I was like, you could have kept that one. But most of it, I was like, okay, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. I see where you're going with that. Or he really connected with it.
Consider me murdered.
And I haven't heard that since I call this album my ugly, light, untethered reality.
And
That boy poetic.
And I would just like to ask niggas, Donda S2 listening ears. Where are you like
Donde es tú? Listening ears.
Yeah, where the fuck are your listening ears? Like, where are your adult ears?
I feel like this.
I was sleepy, and I had the Beats by Walmart.
And I had a headache. You know, I ate a whole bunch of sugar the night before, so I was feeling a little lethargic.
No.
What was your first?
I did listen to it. I woke up Sunday. I think I was cleaning. I woke up. I was moving around a little bit. I think I got I forgot about the story. So yes, I just randomly looked at my phone
and you messaged us.
I called all of y'all. I called 4 people.
Called me first.
I called 4 people. I called.
I was asleep.
I called the Book of Eli.
Yep, he sure did.
I called Hootie. No, I called Hootie first because me and him have been talking about that like the last 2 or 3 weeks. So I called Hootie first. He didn't answer. I called the Book of Eli. He didn't answer. I called Kim. He didn't answer. I called you. You didn't answer.
You're a liar.
You called me back.
I answered.
You're the only one that called back. Oh no, wait.
I answered, and I was in the McDonald's drive-thru getting the kids something to eat because me and the girl had been at the hairdresser all day, and I had to take the boy to the barbershop. Mm-hmm. So you called. I answered, and you were like, "Well, I called everybody else. Nobody answered." Donda dropped, and I was like, okay, I don't have the time at the moment to talk to you right now, but I'll call you back. And then I called you back and you didn't answer.
Okay, yeah, I'll listen to the album probably.
I'll call back like 3 hours later.
I don't remember that. Anyway.
Yeah, because I called we spoke. I'm thinking we're gonna have a meeting about the show. He's like, yeah, he just called us about Donda. I was like, all right.
Oh no, that was the night I fell asleep on the couch. Yeah, that's what happened. I remember.
Yeah, because I called you
back like at 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah.
I was tired. Very tired. The Donda drained me of my energy.
Oh.
Yes.
Jesus.
Anyway.
Lord.
So when I first heard it, like I said, I already heard the two live streams that he did. So I knew the direction of the album and everything, but I wanted to see how he sequenced it, how it sounded in headphones, all that kind of stuff. So when I heard it, immediately I was like, okay, he finally got his stadium sound. And which made me think, oh, that's why he probably mixed it in the stadium the last 3 times. He was basically mixing it to make it sound right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, I was never really a fan of the stadium sound because it reminds me of like Big Brother. Like he'll say, oh, stadium music, like it sounds hollow to me. So that's why I never really liked it. But with this album, it's like, okay, I see where it's a good balance between I can hear it in my car, it still hits right, my headphones, it still hits right, and I can still see it hitting right in the stadium. So my first listen, I was like, okay, it sounded like Kanye finally put it together. And then I also thought I heard different aspects of the different albums over the last 5 or 6 albums. So that's why I called it my ugly, light, untethered reality. Because like he finally sat down, put everything he did together, and made a produced, like this is a Kanye produced album. Like I sat down and took the time and put this whole thing together. Rather than, oh, I got some ideas, let me get Rick Rubin real fast and let me go do this fashion show and then come back and try to work it out. No, he sat his ass down for 3 weeks, sometimes in the stadium, and worked on that album.
Is that enough time though?
For Kanye? But no, we already been working on it.
Yeah.
If you've already fleshed out like what you're trying to do,
because
all you really do is lock in for like 3 or 4 weeks and then really
Is that enough
what's
time?
going on was made in 7 days.
Don't you praise Tupac for making and release an album?
He was in jail for 1.5 years.
But don't you praise him for making and releasing an album like a month after being out?
I just like the fact that he released the album. I don't pray. I never prayed. I was like, okay, he did it in 7 days. But again, he was writing in prison, and he banged all that out.
Pac is a different. Well, I can't say he was different. Pac was different for his time. Niggas now do what Pac did back then because niggas didn't do what Pac did back then. So
and he lived in the studio. So I get it. I get what you're saying. So I'm thinking from a perspective of like starting from scratch 3 weeks. Like, is that enough time for Kanye to like?
No, but he been fleshing. Like you said it was pieces of Yandi on that album. So he's already been working on this the whole time.
That's why I was like, okay, never mind.
But go back to what I was saying before. He doesn't have the passion for music to where he's like, okay, I really want to focus on this. That's why I say I was surprised to get this because he's doing too much other shit. But I think he's contractually obligated to push it out.
Right.
So it was good to see him come together, sit down, like, okay, I'm gonna make another album. And I guess he needs his motivation. Like he had the Drake shit, he had his mom. He finally made the album about his mom finally. So he finally had the motivation to sit down and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first heard it, I enjoyed it.
I loved it, and that's it just is. I'm Yeezus, nigga. I love Ye to death. Like, I'm not saying he can't do no wrong, because he got some fuck ups. But what I'm saying is, top to bottom, it's the cohesiveness of this album and the fact that you can point out other album songs that he's made that inspired songs off of this album. Also, as you talked about on the Chadwick show, the emotional tie that would make this album iconic. This is an iconic emotional tie. Not because it's his last album, but because he finally released an emotion that's been hanging over his head since 2007.
This is the 808s, or what we keep saying 808s is. Because 808s, once again, was not about his mom. He finally made the album about his mom. Or at least about what's going on with him in relation to missing his mom.
This is, and I said it to you over the phone, I get the double Andre that he used when he said this is an album of the life. He's not just talking about an album of the life of Donda. This is the album of the life of Kanye.
Over the last 2 or 3 years.
Not just the last 2 or 3 years. This is, Drake. You can hear the accumulation of everything that he's been through since he got in the game. He brings up a lot of other stuff. You gotta listen to it for more than production value. The nigga is saying shit. Not just the last 2 to 3 years, but the culmination of his life in the music industry. We'll get I hope we'll get an album that is a true, like, the Kanye post-divorce album, because I would love to hear what that sounds like. But this ain't it, because he's not divorced yet.
Yeah, that's true. I saw the video.
Yeah. So this ain't it. But
and before we get into the album, I want to bring something up. Shout out to Kanye Kim and showing up to the Met Gala looking like the episode of Black Mirror.
That wasn't Kanye. That wasn't Kanye.
Who was that?
That was one of her bodyguards. Kanye
didn't. Like Michael Thomas.
Kanye didn't go to the Met Gala.
Well, shout out to Kim going with a fake Kanye and make it look like the episode of Black Mirror when niggas are blacked out and shit, or like whited out and shit.
And Kanye's only following people who have that type of face thing on his Instagram.
We should get one of those so we can get followed by Kanye.
So we can get into the album. We ain't going song by song though. Goddamn 27 tracks left.
Album's fire.
We can quickly go song by song.
No.
Jail, fire. Part 2 is better than part 1.
So with so somebody I didn't check. Someone said that the opening, the Donda chant, was his mom's heartbeat before she passed. The rhythm, or the how it was said, or the what's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, I would say the
pacing.
Pacing, there you go.
Yeah,
I'm slow.
And then it was like 56 or 57 beats or something like that for her age or whatever.
So yeah.
Or it could be a chant to invoke some kind of spirit.
Yeah, I turned it off. I already know about them, the spells. I was like, nah, not today.
Maybe that's how he got me.
Probably.
You listened to the whole first verse?
You listen to her? Nah. When I heard like 3 times, I heard like 4 or 5 times. Like, nah, we ain't gonna do this.
No, that's why when we did it in the stadium, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't give permission.
With your permission.
I hate that song.
What?
I hate that part.
Don't you love it? Don't you love it?
I don't understand the kids of today. Anywho,
You don't like Ro James? No.
waking up to you in the morning. The nerve of you.
Jay-Z's verse on Jail.
Trash.
Next.
Guess who's going to jail tonight?
Where?
God breathe. You can hear the Yeezus.
Yeah, we run through like that for real.
Ain't nothing to say about that J verse. It was lackluster.
No.
But could he really get off on that verse? I mean, on that beat.
If Baby could get off, why can't Jay?
Okay.
Even Kanye kind of got off on that beat. But that goes back to, I feel like this. This song will be a perfect example of why I felt Kanye smoked Jay-Z on Watch the Throne. Kanye can swag on certain beats and Jay can't keep up with it.
That is true.
Dum, 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 dum.
That's my business. Long time just to get off and throw my hands up high and
Living my life, live my life.
Just to get off and throw your hands up high, 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 high.
On it.
Hey, I'm learning. Hey, get him, Uncle Charles. Hey, I pay for the titties, get your own. It ain't safe for your titties, watch the throw.
Wait, like Jay did good on that one though?
Yeah.
Half of these bitches ain't got nothing on Willona. But back to my Beyonce, you deserve 3 stacks full of Andres.
I thought you said Andres.
No, Andres.
Okay.
Like Andres Bramante?
Not cheap champagne. That should give you a migraine. But God breathed. So
God breathe on this.
you can hear
Jesus.
I am a God, so hurry up with my damn massage.
Hurry up with my damn croissants.
No, menage.
Man, he said croissants too.
It is croissant was the last one, yeah.
Corsage.
No, he says croissants.
He said croissant, yeah.
I'm gonna Google that.
They don't know what they're talking about.
But you niggas go to Genius.
Yes.
I don't listen to Genius all the time because there's other niggas typing what they feel it is. It's croissants. He said croissants.
But you can hear I am a God on God Breathe. You can.
So is that the 180? So going back to the changing, like him putting all the albums together.
Jail is that 5 seconds.
Oh, 4 or 5 seconds or whatever.
With him, Rihanna, and Paul McCartney.
I never listened to that. I listened like once. I was like, "What the hell?" It's like what else? I was worried. Oh, because it's Paul McCartney's on it, so it has to be a hit. It was like
that's not how that works, but it was fire. That's not how it works because Paul McCartney has made some bad songs, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm saying that he's made a lot of bad songs, but
he's been doing it for 70 years, boy.
Okay.
Off the Grid.
Highlight of the album.
That boy ate on that track, bud.
Shout out to Kanye using the drill beat and reminding me that low key he is he is the reason for the Chicago drill scene being so influential with the Don't Like collaboration hopping on like. But shout out to Kanye for giving Chief Keef the Drake treatment. The same way Drake hopped on Versace for the Migos and made them who they are.
Versace, Medusa head on me like I'm Liberace.
So Kanye did the same thing for Chief Keef and blew them up.
You don't want to know what happened to Liberace. Stop comparing yourself to them kids. Y'all don't even know.
That cocaine.
Liberace died of AIDS.
Sniffing cocaine.
It can happen. Oh, no how?
No, he liked that bus.
We don't do that here.
Don't throw up, cuz. Yeah, turn that way, nigga. Nigga, the whole goddamn burrito gonna come.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
No.
Throw up on my shirt with that burrito, guys.
No, that was a great timing of that. Go ahead, sir.
Oh yeah, okay. So
God breaks.
Off the grid.
Grid.
It's God holding.
Down.
I think God is holding his breath on this podcast, though.
Ooh.
He did not breathe on this podcast.
Oh.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So Fivio, Foreign, and Playboy Cardi.
I thought that was Spot'em got him. Like Playboy Cardi on that song sounds like how I think Spot'em got him would sound when I see his face.
Knock your dreads off. Try to get away from me. Knock his head off.
Forever.
Thugging in my Reeboks. Ride around with G-Shock. Make it go beatbox.
So yeah, no.
Bitch, I do the most.
So I really had to go back and find out who that was on that song. That's how it was Playboy Cardi. I was like, it's the same dude that made Magnolia in New York. I'm in it, rocking in my sock. Like that doesn't even sound the same dude.
That's what Kanye does. Like, hey, you ain't
I
gonna.
feel like I know that song.
It was a single back like when on 2017 when he first came out. That's his first song.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's what Kanye does. He's like brings people in. Hey, step your shit up. Pretty sure he don't got to tell people. They're gonna like, okay, this is Kanye.
Bring
I gotta
the
step
best out of people.
Hence
Okay,
why,
okay, all right. Let's not get out of control here.
Hence why Draco got cut. Like, hey, cuz this trash. Get this out.
Well,
of here.
you can't bring the best out of him.
Let's pause for a second because Playboy Cardi's verse was not fire. Let's not do that.
Fivio got off.
I don't know.
Yes,
I don't.
Fabio got off.
Okay. So what I'm not saying is that I know Playboy Cardi, his name, correct?
Yeah,
I got it.
Mhm.
I don't know this nigga. I've never heard an actual song from this nigga. I recall pieces of Millie Rock, and that's only because it was a snip a couple years ago and niggas was doing this. So I know pieces of that song.
That's
not Millie Rock. But he did say that. He said it on the song.
Millie Rock.
But he said it on the song, but it's not Millie Rock.
Oh, that's not him?
No, it's like Millie Rock is a actual song of the dance. But in the song, he does say in New York, I'm Millie Rock there my sock.
No, I thought. Oh, okay, my bad. Never mind. I don't know this nigga at all. Then
it's not that nigga. No.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know this nigga. I didn't think his verse was terrible.
The ad lib saved his verse.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
It wasn't that. Stop it with that.
Yeah, that's what I remember. He did something about buying some new clothes. So why is everybody talking about buying new clothes? Because Young Thug said the same thing. Jesus got him some new clothes. So is that like code for something?
Well,
JC got a card.
Lucy gets you what you want.
But he said it was God did it.
Get you.
So are they trying to say God is Lucy?
You heard
I just read
what
an article.
Little Richie said on
Get On Up.
On
Which one?
On the Get On Up
With Chadwick. Said them devils, bro.
we talked about.
I know that.
He never watched it.
We talked about it.
I know that. I listened to the episode. I'm not shaking my head for that reason.
Oh, but I thought that Fivio Foreign. I like this guy. Why?
Second best verse on the album.
Why do I like this guy?
Because it was on Spicy.
Yeah.
We're Spice. Spice.
Oh, it's at ice.
Oh,
Get the liquor with the ice. I don't give a fuck if that's white. I could bag any bitch in my all white night. Say rice. If she tell me no, I'm getting tight. Look, every time I saw you, you was like every bitch you would look like a dyke.
Rare. No.
Drake.
We don't do that here.
Both of those, we don't do it there.
Erase them both. But no, I was not mad at it.
Yes, yeah, he actually got off on that one.
He did. I think he saved the song.
Save.
Well, I think.
Oh yeah, because Kanye went last.
Yeah.
Okay, Kanye did go last.
So The Weeknd, Little Baby, Hurricane. The nerve of him to take JJ Icefish off. The nerve.
No, thank him for taking
nah,
JJ.
Man, nah.
Thank you, Weeknd, for taking off that red suit for once and making a good song. He always wears that
That
red
nigga-
suit. I hate that suit.
Yeah, he does. Out here trying to look like Squidward after he got his face fixed. I can walk on water.
Don't let me drown. I know you won't.
I told y'all off rip that was one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, that's one of my hashtags. What the fuck are y'all talking about on these choruses and these songs? Y'all just be rapping. Like half of the rappers verses are not about Jesus or anything.
That you can't
Satan.
rap about what you don't know about.
Then why are you on this Donda album that's supposed to be about Jesus?
Jesus.
Maybe he's building his own cult to work with him. Where is his farm? His land in Wyoming.
Yeah, folks ain't about to follow that. Folks getting out here getting this money with
and
Lucy.
why would you turn down a feature on the Donda album? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can see. But you can at least put something like, what was Playboy Cardi talking about?
I don't even understand that, man. So
that's the genius of what I call that boy, Kenya Groove's brother. Kenya Groove's brother.
Who the fuck is Kenya Groove?
Oh man, Men's Society. No, that was Men's Society. Was it Men's Society? Top of the world. That's Kenya Groove.
Oh, okay.
I say Kanye West, Kenya Groove. Come on now. Y'all still ain't got that. Put that in the chat like 2 weeks ago. Y'all still ain't get that?
No.
Well, I still get it right now. What the fuck?
I'm just playing on the name. I was just playing on the name.
It's the song. Top of the
No, I don't see how Kenya Groove.
No, because his name is Kenya Groove. Kenya Groove. Kanye Grooves. Goodness gracious.
Oh, okay.
Goodness gracious.
You might as well call him Darren's Dance Groove. I mean.
No.
No.
We don't do that here.
So yeah, so the genius of Kanye bringing
what's the
people
nigga's name that
on
sings Another Day
dollars.
Holler if you hear me. What's his name?
Well, I'll look it up later. Anyway, my point being, Kanye's genius in bringing people together in situations like this. Like, okay, we about to make a Christian album, so let me go get goddamn Griselda. Let me go get goddamn Marilyn Manson.
Wait. Now that directly goes against what you told me on the phone about somebody who said that they're supposed to be insider with Kanye and he's supposedly out of touch and he's just grabbing all these artists to put them on a song because they're hot at the moment.
Yeah, Thought Crimes. They brought a brother named DJ on from Chicago. He's actually in the circle with Kanye. So it's not like somebody that's on the outside giving their opinion. So somebody that's actually there talking to Kanye. So he was saying that, yeah, he is out of touch. And yeah, they're bringing people in regards to, from a standpoint of building up the hype of the album. So it's like, I'm not going to go work with some no name from Chicago or somewhere or an aspiring artist. Let's go get Soulja Boy because he's trending. Let's go get the Locks after the verses. Would the Locks have been on there if it wasn't for the verses? They flew out there right after the verses to go be on the album.
So I remember you said that, but then I remembered something else. Not the first time Kanye and a Locks member has worked together because a young Judea-Kiss was on
Judea right on out the babble.
So he was
Young
on
Judah-Kiss.
He was on the Don't Like remix. So he has used Jadakiss on a random
But I'm saying I'm not saying he's never used them. I'm saying back to into my point, like pulling people in based off of like I said, they just finished verses. Soulja's been in the news. All these different, then picking the
What he trending about?
He's always trending, saying something goofy, whatnot. But picking the like I said, who's at the top right now? Okay, the baby, Little Baby, Dirt. So it's like, okay, let's just grab them and put them on the album to add that so people can talk about it.
Okay, so I put it like this. I would take that as a cheap cop out because everybody does that shit. Lil Baby's on damn near everybody's fucking album. Lil Baby and Dirt did the album together.
But my point being,
so is Meg Thee Stallion.
He takes them and makes them. They brings the best out of them. Like you've never heard Fivio on that level. The Baby rap like that, or let's see, Dirk has been doing good. He's been on a run, whatnot. Young Thug.
I have a question. We've never heard Fivio on that level.
What other verse you have besides Spicy?
But Kanye had nothing to do
Again, what other song is he on that level?
We said we had nothing to do with who?
with Spicy.
No, I think that's the only thing that you know, I would assume, because you never heard him.
No.
So I'm like, how can you say that and you've never heard anything outside of Spicy?
But you can't say that he brought the best out of
Well,
him.
I'm not saying. I'm saying like people stepped. We just said everybody stepped their game. Everybody sounded good on this album. Like they came in, it was like, okay, this Kanye.
I'm gonna go and listen to Fivio so I can have a rebuttal at some point.
There is no rebuttal. Straight drilling, drill music,
Drilling.
Okay.
So that's my point. Like, although he did as you said, the cop out, they did step their game up to be on the album. The ones that made it. Now, of course, Soulja didn't make it. It was trash. But everybody else that made it, they pretty much stepped it up. Like Young Thug, I'm not a fan of Young Thug, but hearing him, it's like, okay, cool. This is a decent song.
I put like this. That Young Thug on that song where niggas be like, oh, Young Thug is a genius. That'd be probably one song I'd be like, okay, I can see where you're going with it. Cause I like how he kept switching what he was doing there, even though I still don't know what the fuck he was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
The melodies and how he was putting this shit together. Okay, I see where people go with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I still I want you to be able to do that and be cohesive. Coherent. Sorry, coherent. And make a point.
So yeah, so they did step it up to be, to represent on this album. Okay. So just like a Khaled album, it's totally opposite. People just show up and doing what they usually do.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
agree.
Baby Keem, Travis Scott, praise God.
I'm very upset because Baby Keem did well on this song and he did well on the Family Ties song. So I was like, you know what? When the Baby Keem album dropped, let me stop what I'm doing. Listen to this Baby Keem album. That shit was ass. Pure, unadulterated ass.
So before the Baby Keem album dropped, I told y'all, I said, yo, I tried to listen to this nigga. I don't like him.
I like certain, like he is, like I said, I think I saw somebody say, like he was like literally the worst aspect of Kendrick, like on every song. Like the weird voice, but he takes the weird voices to the extreme and shit. Like on this song,
he does.
I was like, oh my god! But like when he was on that song, I was like, okay,
What's
I see what you're doing.
That you're constantly singing by him?
That's not it. Well, that's Kendrick.
Have you
ever been punched in your motherfucking face? What you say? No, you haven't. All right, wait, bitch. Run me my fade. Run me my fade. I want the fade. Give me my fade.
So, based upon him just always singing this song,
that's Kendrick. Keem is on the song, but that's Kendrick.
And Keem being on Family Ties, and I did not like the song.
Beat him up. Beat him up. Beat him up.
I didn't like it. I didn't like Family Ties. I
think I like Family Ties.
I don't appreciate him. So I was like, let me go and listen. Why don't I like this dude? I really just don't like this dude.
He does. About this, the album was him saying, "Let's go to this verse here." There's certain parts where he's like, "Okay, he killing it," but he'll start doing something like he's just making noises and shit. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, he said, "I left my old girl. She said she was mean," or something like that. Like, what the fuck? Like he would just say some like childish ass shit.
Well, yeah, freestyling, boy.
So it'd be
sometimes you need to write.
Yeah, write that shit down.
If that's the case, if he freestyling, he needs to fucking write.
Or to me, it's like everybody's putting out a whole bunch of reference tracks. Like Young Thug, that's a reference track. Great melodies, but now put some words behind it. No, just go put it out. It's good. That's the generation we live in now. We don't have time to put words around it. It sounds good. Put it out.
Time is moving fast, boy. Just go ahead and throw it out there. We'll catch it on the next go round.
Hopefully,
if we can catch it.
Hopefully.
But yeah, so Baby Keem killed that shit to a degree to get that high voice that threw me off. Travis Scott did good on this one.
So Jonah, Lil Durk,
one of the best songs of this freaking album. My plan is to quit smoking so I can sing that part all the way through perfectly.
Nigga, shut the fuck up.
What?
You say that shit every year.
Stop
My
smoking.
plan is to stop smoking so that I can sing this riff. Niggas be having you out here trying to riff like them, but you won't stop smoking to be able to do it. Stop lying.
Hey, like you're stifling my dreams here.
You stifle your own dreams. You're smoking your own dreams.
You smoke cigarettes, don't you?
You got to black them out in the car, don't you?
Ashes on the table.
But
Still smoking.
still smoking, but
Still smoking weed.
so stop. Me and the Memebers have had enough.
Who, Kim?
Who else is here?
We've had enough, nigga. We hear you.
That lady from the beans, greens, tomatoes.
Your name?
I don't see nobody out there.
No actionable items, sir. Either stop smoking and sing the part or shut the fuck up.
Won't you sing it?
We all know I can't
I
sing.
think we passed talking about it. Actionable items.
I sound like
They
Ice
sound like you
J.
trying to hold me accountable.
Sound like Jay-Z at that conference. Yeah, we passed kneeling. We need actionable items.
No actionable items, but no, I
What
mean,
did you do?
I sound like Ice JJ Fish. So
Fuck is you doing?
But
Fuck
y'all-
is you proving?
So-
Bitch ass nigga. Fuck is you doing? Fuck is you proving?
my melodies ain't that tight.
So we're gonna run through these songs, goddamn. I ain't about to go through all 27 goddamn
Well,
songs.
first I
bro.
want to give a shout out to Avori for being that's who sang that part.
Who was Vori?
The one who sang that part, nigga.
I thought we
all that shit. So unsung hero of this album.
So what are your highlights on this album?
God, Jonah.
Believe what I say.
Okay.
Don't let the lights down.
You down.
Who knows the last time you found
The love
one last sparkle to
follow in my life.
That's old Kanye right there. That's old Kanye. How dare you talk about you didn't like that shit?
Hey man, I was sleepy.
I was hard.
I'm not mad at remote control.
Got it on remote control.
I personally, side B, the second disc, whatever you want to call it, that's my butter. That's my bread and
My butter.
my butter. It's my
butter.
jam. It's my
That's my
jam. I love
That's the
keep
joint.
my spirit
That's the jam.
alive.
Turn it
Shit up and play it again. Love Jesus Lord.
That's heaven or hell.
Love. Love new again.
Make me new again.
Make me new again.
Oh,
If I hit you with a
the,
WYD, you better not hit me with a HEY. It better be like, hi, with a bunch of eyes. Or hey, with a bunch of Y's.
oh, Kanye.
Yes.
I would say, did you hear the Chris Brown verse that they took off?
No.
That actually was pretty good. Kind of killed that shit.
He called him a ho.
After hearing that verse for the Lord, I would agree.
I like Lord, I Need You. I'm not mad at the sample. Trade of Truth also used that same sample.
H-Time represent.
Pure Souls is hands down my favorite song on the album. Hands down.
I can see that.
Hands down.
Oh wait, can I go back to Lord I Need You real fast?
Yes.
Would Lord I Need You be and I Knew You Wouldn't Leave part 2?
Yes.
She left.
The Lord walked out.
I like the you talking about on the
He said I knew you wouldn't leave, and she left. He like, Lord I Need
you
You.
talking about on the Ye album, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
With Charlie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that song.
That's
That-
not Uncle Charles. That's
Yeah.
Ty.
Oh God, yes, that's what I was saying.
And I know you wouldn't
leave.
Oh, he was on the next song. Charlie was on the
Make no
yeah, that song.
mistakes, girl.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
But okay, so Pure Souls, hand down. Like,
I want to sell my soul.
Get that shit.
come to life.
Who was on that? Who was that?
That's
Roddy.
Roddy
Yes,
Ricch,
Roddy
yeah.
Ricch.
And I cannot sell my soul.
And maybe we'll come to life.
Yes.
And maybe
I'll come to life. I get mad when she gone. Sad when she home. Mad when she gone. Sad when she home. I get it. I like Jail Part 2.
With the looks. No, that's the
That's
baby.
the baby.
and
about the Lord.
Calm down.
Lord.
Calm
and
down.
No.
and Marilyn Manson.
And Marilyn Manson.
He made the chorus better.
But
Had a little edge to it.
I love Jesus Lord Part 2. And let me tell you why. Yes, the locks are great. Fantastic. But it's something about that Jay Electronica verse going into Jada's verse. Like the transition from his verse to that verse that just be like, God.
I'm still sad that they changed that.
That is fucking.
If you watch the live stream, Jay Electronica verse was then
was it shortened or something?
No, it was the same long verse, but then right after that, it was Chic Luch that came on.
No. That's my fault because that is Chic first.
Okay, but I say,
it goes Chic, then it goes Styles, and then it goes Jada.
Okay,
so that's my fault. It's
just
a Chic verse, and I'm not normally a Chic is the best type of dude, but the way that it transitioned into Chic, and yeah, Chic don't sound like nobody granddaddy. So
I'll just say, I remember that one of the distinct memories of that same night that Nas dropped was listening to that song and then hear Jay Electronica. I'm like, yo, kill this shit. And all of a sudden I'm like, nigga, that's Chic Luch.
It can't be.
He put Chic Luch right next to Jay Electronica.
And that shit melded perfectly.
Like that's like a magical Kanye touch right there.
In no other circumstance would I put Trolley Stop and the Silverback Gorilla together.
right next to each other.
Correct.
And you might put Jada there like to soften it
yes.
a little bit, but
or
like,
even
no,
even Styles.
Yeah, Styles is a.
But it fit.
Shout out to Kanye for even thinking to put
those two together.
But he does that though.
To even think about the Locks and Jay Electronica on the same that's crazy.
He put Most Def and Freeway on the song.
That wasn't that big of a deal.
That's not.
I'm just saying, just like
they're the same type of nigga.
Oh, okay.
No, they're not.
Also, they're not the same type of niggas.
They both some 5% Muslim ass niggas.
Nah, don't do that. Muslims.
Shout out to Battle Back.
They're both terrible actors. I've saw Be Kind, Rewind, and
State
Property, my boy. I've seen it all.
What's the movie with Mos Def and Bruce Willis?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I was about to say Cosby, but the Cosby
Nigga,
Show.
I seen a movie with him and Jack Black, and that was all I needed to see.
Oh, that was the Hitchhikers?
No.
He was in that too, right?
Hitchhiker Guide to the Galaxy or whatever.
Yes, I've seen that movie too, but Jack Black wasn't in that.
No, he was in a movie with Bruce Willis.
I didn't know.
Yeah. He had to actually like, he was in the movie. He wasn't like, oh, that's Mos Def, and then you don't see him.
No, Jack Black and Mos Def starred in this movie.
Let's not do that. Let's focus on that Bruce Willis and Mos Def.
Jack Black is fire. He's a great
He's
actor.
Funny.
He's hilarious. Okay, so those are my standouts.
Oh, my standouts? Because you skipped all the good ones.
You can bring them back. Bring them back around, man.
No, it's all personal.
Jeez. Off the Grid, of course. Hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Praise God.
I didn't do those because we had already went through them.
Jonah, that's where we stopped at. So,
yeah.
But Jonah was very. That was like one of the first ones. I was like, got me with that chorus. I did not appreciate Okay as much, but I do appreciate the Drake shots on that one. Like
see me in person, you look like a ghost.
So yeah, so that's funny you brought that up about Drake. But overall, like the song was kind of like, it reminds me of Element by Kendrick. Like where you take Drake's style when you diss him at the same time.
Oh, okay.
This type of
Look
thing.
at your face.
So okay, so let's talk about this. Did Drake steal Kanye's style?
No, Drake stole Soulja Boy style.
Wait, what?
Tell me.
Now hit the button.
We don't do that here.
Drake.
Drake stole
Just that one.
Draco's style.
Tell me what's really going on.
I would say who Drake really stole his style from.
What's happening?
Because Drake and Kanye stole the style from a certain person who will remain nameless.
Who's that
Oh,
person?
that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
His homie. Who he love, bud?
Pause.
Yeah. LL Cool J. Who do you love?
Are you talking about Reverend Tugalaro?
Yes, Tugalero.
I called him what I said.
Yes, I called him correctly. But yes,
Don't
all of
disrespect
them
that
have
man.
a line back to Fonte.
I'm just saying that's what he would say. I wasn't saying that.
I hear what he said. So
He
Let's
said,
say
"Don't
don't disrespect that
disrespect
man."
him."
thank you. Appreciate it. Speaking up, appreciate it.
Not really.
Yes, but they both have ties back to Fonte.
Okay,
Yes. So
they do.
yeah, Kanye and Little Brother have a song back in like 02, 03 called I Can See Now.
Same. So, how is Tugalaro related to Slum Village?
They came up in North Carolina. Why is this is how they were connected? So when Kanye first came out, he did an interview and he said that he wanted to come out because there was a group coming out that was kind of on the same wave as him, so he wanted to beat them out. But he never said them by name, but it was actually a Little Brother.
Okay, so
But the everyday man.
So how do they relate to Slum Village?
Where does Slum Village come from? Where's Slum?
I thought they were the same people.
Oh, no, Slum Village. Oh no, that's no Slum Village is a different group than Little Brother.
Detroit.
Yeah, they're from Detroit. Little Brother
My
from North
bad.
Carolina.
My bad. I thought they were the same
Oh, okay.
people.
Gotcha.
That's my bad.
No, you good. So, but the whole singing on like the way Drake does it, Fonte did that back in like 02. And
Bone
Drake,
Thugs did that shit in '95. What are we doing?
to the degree they also rap fast. I'm talking about to the way that Drake raps now, the whole everyday like regular guy with the singing and rapping. That's Fonte.
Snow did that shit on Informer.
He was a
Rapping
white man.
fast.
Shaggy's been doing that
Shaggy's
since.
a reggae artist.
Stop it. Now,
Get a man some props.
they can start running down a whole list
Of niggas
sang.
who rap sang.
What about
Y'all don't
Biz
remember?
Markie was singing?
Y'all don't remember?
That's a good one.
Walking Rico. He rap sang a
Parody.
little
Come
bit.
on now.
He rap
Now you
sang
getting
a
out of
little bit.
line.
But what it is the everyday like struggle. Like Fonte rapping about getting up and going to work every day. Kanye rapping about self-consciousness and Jesus walks a little bit, but like everyday nigga shit. They also got the big chains and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They were all doing the same thing back in the day.
Okay.
So they all came up on each other. But anyway. So okay was a cool song.
Okay.
Junior, what the I be on my I thought you were gonna say that one. That was you like that one?
I do like it, but I'm not gonna go down every song.
Every song is fire. What are you talking about?
I can't do
Okay, believe
that.
what I say. We all skipped 24. I'll tell you that much. Remote Control, Moon, Jail Part 2, Pure Souls, New Again, Keep My Spirit Alive.
Keep my
Jesus,
spirit
Lord.
alive.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
mine.
Jesus.
So
Tell
you
me
wouldn't take
again,
anything
that's
off the
a-
album?
Oh shit, yeah.
Television can get the fuck out of here. Heaven and Hell, low key can get the fuck out of here.
What about you?
As stated before, I would get rid of Heaven and Hell. I would get rid of Tell the Vision, and I would get rid of No Child Left Behind. No Child Left Behind.
Let Don Toliver.
Sound like you got left behind.
Don't try to left behind.
Multiple times.
Oh, that was actually Vori. So he gave it that he took away his album. Eat my miracles on me. No, okay.
What do you got?
Nope, anyone?
What do you got?
The taking off, the songs that I would take off.
What songs do you even like?
I mean, if you take
No,
these
no.
songs, I like everything.
No. Tell me what your album would look like. You said it should have been a single album.
Oh yeah, okay. So let me
Wrong.
say what?
You're wrong.
Nigga didn't even say shit and he wrong already.
That's not right.
We'll do this shit another time.
I just say if you take If you take the part 2s and combine them into one, that gets rid of like 4 songs. Because I feel like the album should have been shorter. So you take part 2s, put them, merge them together. I get like the politics. They were talking about how with Jail, they didn't want Jay-Z verse and the Baby verse being that the Baby is going through the controversy. They didn't want to make it seem like, oh, Jay-Z did a song with the Baby, so that fucks up his bag. Because perception is everything. So they split them up. But they should be put together. Fuck all that politics shit.
So I mean, Jay is more political than Kanye, and Kanye has more money than Jay. Damn. Sucks to play the game.
Don't play. I know it's changed the game. We're playing the game with me. So
Jay would be poor in comparison to Kanye if Bey divorced him. Isn't that funny?
I'm pretty sure he got some. Jay probably got that paperwork in place. Like, you ain't getting nothing.
No, gave
Beyonce makes more money than Jay.
Right, but she
is the reason why Jay is making so much money.
Yes, she's the reason why he's worth $1 billion. But she put out the paperwork to say if we ever split up, we leave with what we came with because she's worth more than him.
But here's the difference. Kim is the reason why Kanye is a billionaire because she did put that bread up, that 60 billion or whatever, or 60 million up.
How about to say, what, she got that much bread?
The 60 million up. But Kanye can walk away from that relationship and still be a billionaire. Jay cannot.
Well, he got them shoes, bud.
No Jesus.
Yeah, he don't need no
and that Gap deal.
We goddamn me Live Nation deal. Goddamn Rockaware.
Fucking title deals.
He sold title.
The Armadillo, he sold that off recently. But he's leveling up, doing
I said the title deal. I know that he sold it. I said the title.
But yeah, just
deal.
like he's been building up his portfolio.
That's the deal when he got title.
No, I'm just we were saying
the title deal, like he sold it.
But it's like he's doing all these different things. Got the thing with Puma. So he got like all these things, and then like Ye just like, hey, shoes, clothes, Gap. Well, that ties into fashion. That's it. Like, you don't see Kanye with the liquor.
Fashion didn't go very well for Jay.
Rockaware for.
But that was actually like Dame and all them pre.
Correct, but Jay's not into fashion in that way.
Yeah, so he's like Kanye got doing less, but getting more because he's focusing his attention on stuff that he's actually like into. Not saying that Jay is not into, but you got the monogram with the weed, you got the Rock Sports, you got the Live Nation deal, you got the Puma, you're a creative director for Puma. Now you're sitting on the board for Tidal. So he's still attached to it, even though he sold his share or his stake. But he's still sitting on the board for Tidal, working with Jack Dorsey, doing venture capital deals. So he's like doing all these different things while Ye is just doing fashion, shoes.
And doing it well.
Right.
So the thing also, I'll tie into that, going back to the making of the albums and everything. One thing about Kanye, with him making beats, locked as well, making 5 beats a day every day in the summertime, like pre-summer, whatever the fuck he said. So he'll sit there and he'll master shit. When he did the fashion shit, he went over to London after the whole Taylor Swift shit and then got under the tutelage of all the fashion designers and learned that shit. Jay is more so hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put my name on it and it'll sell because my name's on it.
Yeah, the face of it.
Kanye's more of I got my hands in this shit.
Right.
Like I created this shit. So it's levels.
Indeed. So
look at me talking down on Jay-Z.
Boy, you better stop.
I think he's an amazing rapper.
So with the songs,
don't kill me.
I would take. I know you got killers. I want to see you in the mental hospital, homie. Coming out with blonde,
blonde bald head. Why is he doing that?
He just bleached his scalp. He said, "You got vitiligo in your head." Are you auditioning for Meteor Man 2?
God, no.
Meteor Man!
Why is your beard still black?
His name is just Astrology Guy.
Oh man. So if you take, like I said, you merge those part twos into one, takes away 4 songs. Take out Come to Life, take out Television with Pop Smoke. You take out Moon, and take out Lord I Need You.
Gotta take out fucking Moon.
It sounds like Hurricane, bud.
Moon don't sound like
Yes,
Hurricane.
it do.
It doesn't.
Here they come to the moon, 80 degrees. It's the same shit, man.
All you did was take the stupid songs. All you did. I go to the moon. Don't leave so soon. Don't leave so soon. How can I get through? Does not sound like Hurricane.
Yeah, it does.
I just sang a whole part of that song.
Okay, 80 degrees.
Started off with Hurricane.
He gonna make it fit.
I can walk on water.
He's gonna make it fit.
No, it sounds like that. What you talking about? Y'all like it don't sound like that.
This is the same nigga that say I be lounging with the rap master.
But it was still in the same vein. I know it was the same song with different words. But the same notes, nigga. Same notes.
He'll make it fit.
No, it sounds the same.
It don't matter if he got
sound the same,
he's
but
gonna stretch it.
They sound the same.
He'll make it fit.
I'm gonna listen to this shit again.
Yeah, they sound the same.
They don't sound the same.
Okay. Wait till we listen to it. They need to get taken off.
It don't even matter. Just take the shits off.
I would say goddamn me, like you say Kid Cudi sounds like goddamn Weekend.
It's the same keys, but the same melody. That's what I'm talking about.
Not my Scooty.
y'all.
And Don. Oh, Don Tolliver. No, Don Tolliver.
And what was that last song you said? That oh yeah, No Child Left Behind. I need to take that off.
Yeah, please take it off.
No child left behind. Yeah, take that out of there. Get that the fuck out
No
of there.
child left behind.
I'll be honest with you, that song is very creepy.
It
Lord, I Need You can be taken off.
What?
Yeah, that's what I said, man. Damn. Y'all acting like y'all was a part of this goddamn album.
I was.
Shit.
I felt it personally.
Yes.
Damn, y'all acting like Soulja Boy around this bitch. Like y'all getting taken off this album.
Drake.
You a ho-ho out here.
So, no, because I feel like that's like typical. It's like that's the song we're talking about Kim, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they can do without that.
So, okay, so did you like that song?
Huh?
They said, get your own. I said, how, Sway? I said, slavery's a choice. They said, how, yay.
What song is that?
And I knew she wouldn't leave.
Yeah, I liked it. I just said I liked it.
So why you gonna say you like that black ass song, but you don't like Lord I Need You?
No, this is the reason why. Because when I take it out, it's like based off of the songs that's left, that song could be left off. It's like, okay, we got a nice flow. We don't really need that song. And we've already heard these type of songs before. Hence, but I like, and I know I like that song better, way better. I like when it pretty much everything on, mostly on Yay. We can go to Bound Part 2.
Yeah, that was on Jesus.
I know that. I'm just saying songs about Kim. Like, I don't need another Kim song. So it's like, okay, keep
You're
the flow.
gonna get him. He's married to her. Like,
no, but I was like, but I can. Leave
I don't
it off
like
the
your
album.
bitch. I don't want to hear about. I don't want to hear about her
I
anymore.
want to hear about your watches. I want to hear about we said 40 bitches and the bloods.
So it's like I could do without that song. Now with most of these songs, like I would take Jonah off.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
That was from M.E.M.E. It was Marshall Mathers LP. He's like, you're talking about popping pocket and killing people. And then Dre's talking about 40 bitches and bloods. Look at that.
I nigga said he'll take off Jonah.
Wait, what the fuck?
Nigga, it stopped me. He said it.
No soul.
He ain't got a pure soul. That's for goddamn sure.
And you must have sold your soul. Look at
Dun,
that.
dun, dun.
You can't stop. Like, I don't get how people ain't fucking with it. Like, immediately this shit starts happening.
No, when I heard Jonah, I was like, huh.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm not saying it was a trash song. I'm just saying like,
Does it sound like Hurricane 2?
It sounds like
everything sounds like hurricane.
it's the hurricane after the moon, or the moon before the hurricane. A storm's brewing.
The moon has to do with water, which stirs up hurricanes. Boom.
And Jonah, did he walk? No, he got swallowed by a whale, didn't he?
In the middle of a storm.
Okay.
Caused by the moon.
Oh, shit.
That was like a hurricane. I see what you're doing here, sir.
Yeah, take that out.
Take all the moon references out. So you like feminine energy. That's what's going on here.
And I don't want to hear about Kim's anymore. Her ass looked like 2 moons. I'm good.
We got you. We broke you down, buddy.
Yeah. Trauma. It triggers in my life, in my subconscious mind.
Some big booty bitch didn't hurt him.
I don't want to see moon. Fuck the song about Kim.
I don't like M.E.M.E.
The only Kim he like is, bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
That's a song.
That's my bread. That's my butter.
Now that is classic.
That should have been on this album.
They should put Kim on Donda.
He need to go get M.
Why he was on the Nas album? Why not the Kanye? Shit.
But yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Okay.
The whack ass list. Leave it off, Jonah.
I mean, like, sometimes you have to make the hard decisions of cutting certain songs. Like, I felt like that song, like, it was a good song. I'm not saying it's not a good song, but I would leave it out. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, now this is based off of me hearing the last live. Mm-hmm. Some songs wouldn't play, like it was played in a certain order. Now it got to I think 24, because they played the song with the what was the song with the flip, the Lauryn Hill flip.
Believe
what you say?
Believe what I say. Don't let the lights out drag you down.
Who knows the last time you found
the love. So yeah, so it's like off of that live stream, it went Jail, God Breathe, Goddamn, Off the Grid, Hurricane, Praise God, and I think it didn't have Jonah. It went to Okay, Junior, and then 24, and then Mean What I Say. Where the song's not even on here. So it's like it had a certain flow to it. I was like, I like that. I don't think this is the same order it was in when I listened to the album. So I went back and listened to the album, and it was like, okay, it had the Jonah song in there, and I was like, okay, I like the way it flowed at the stadium. So that's why I'm like, okay, you can take that song out, maybe possibly put it at the end, but just the flow, the sequencing.
Well, we get into the next segment and we talk about what he was doing with this album. You have some questions that you have to answer, sir.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's all I got.
We'll see if it's cool in the next segment.
I'm gonna get you.
You know when a nigga say it's cool, it's really not.
Cool.
We're gonna talk about the concerts. I know you saw 2. I seen 1.
I seen none.
None of them.
Not a one.
So you mean I did the most research for this shit?
No, you didn't. No, you ain't gonna make up for what you did last time.
Yes, I will.
We should watch.
I can.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
There's still some animosity sitting on my soul from the last show.
Sorry, Chad.
Nigga, don't apologize to him.
Apologize, B. So with the,
If you had a problem with what we was doing, you could have come and talked to me.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, he said he ain't gonna show up for the Jermaine Dupri show, boy.
Yeah, did you?
At least,
You're getting a lot of shows here.
but at least we know.
Oh my God, we didn't know. So with the live shows, what were your take on the live show, sir?
Didn't watch the first one. A young Hootie told me about the first one, but I was like too busy working, so I was like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. And like Kanye on some fuck shit anyway. I don't give a fuck about his album. But then I remember him watching it. He came back to me, and this is what his exact words were. He said, "This is a mix of 808s and Heartbreak and Yeezus." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "You know what? I hate to hear this fucking album now." So I was expecting the album to come out. It didn't drop. Then that Thursday night going into Friday, or it was Friday night going, no, it was Thursday night going to Friday. I was on vacation that week. So I happened to be at the house. I was like, oh, the second live show about to come on. Let me sit down and watch this shit. I ain't doing shit. I'm sitting at the house. So I sat there and watched that one. I was highly impressed. I was like, it sounds like Kanye's he's really working on the album. It still wasn't completed yet, but I could hear what he was doing. But I also didn't understand what he was doing, like with him just standing in the middle of the stage doing push-ups and shit. That was kind of weird. But
adrenaline.
Yeah, but it was like the musically, I was like, okay, cool. It's great. But then the Nas album dropped, then I forgot about that shit for like a good 2 weeks. But then the third one happened. I was like, all right, Kanye, you doing too much now. We already heard the goddamn album like twice. Let's go ahead and put this album out, buddy. But then I saw the third one. Then it was like, oh, okay, I understand now. Definitely get the whole theory about the whole P.T. Barnum. Like, okay, this is a grand scale marketing plan that he's making money off of, but also he's using this to mix his album the way he wants to. Awesome. So heard the album in that aspect, heard the baby on it, saw Marilyn Manson, all that stuff. I'm like, okay, he's pushing this album. Overall, musically, it was better than the second one, in my opinion, which I thought was, I feel like the second one was better off the fact that he floated out of the stadium. The whole setting on fire and Kim coming out of the fake wedding, that was kind of like, The second one was better. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Yeah, the one that I saw the third one in a long. So
the third one was in Chicago. The one with the house or the one with him?
House.
Yeah, that's the third one. That's in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
That's why he had the house there, because he was in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, Chicago.
So please don't put that stupid ass accent on.
Goddamn alone.
Boy, you was
Goddamn
ready.
alone, bro. But he was in Chicago. So like I said, it sounded good. It sounded better because this is after I've listened to the album. I actually listened to the live this past week, so it's probably like Wednesday. So I'm like, okay, it sounds better. It seemed like, I don't know, the mixing on Spotify, whatever, but it's like listening on YouTube from a stadium. I don't know if that's just different. It sounded different, but it sounded better. And it's like just the
on the live streams?
The live streams, yeah.
It sounded better than the actual album did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you mean.
So, and then like I said, and I hadn't listened to the album in a while. I'd say probably about 4 or 5 days. So listening to the live stream, like I said, it started with Jail, then God Breed, Off the Grid, and then like I said, it skipped to Jonah, and then it went to Okay, and then Junior, Okay, then it went to 24, then it went to the Lauryn Hill joint. So I was like, okay, damn, how did I miss this? I was like, damn, this sounds good. Sound way better. So I guess it's just based on the fact that it was in the stadium and you get to see it live, like it has a different effect. So I was like, okay.
So wait. So when you heard the album and you started to like it, it was when you watched the live stream?
No, I was already liking it before.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it sounded better. And you know, Kanye be changing shit like up there. I'm like, I don't remember hearing that. I don't remember hearing that the first time.
That's why you have to go back to buying vinyls and goddamn CDs and shit.
No, the way Kanye do, well, yeah, to have
to preserve at least one copy of that shit.
Like, no, I know he wasn't on that. I ain't hear that the first time.
Yeah, nigga be creating goddamn Mandela effects and shit.
Right. So
it just mixes.
I didn't hear that.
Now that nigga wasn't even on the song first time, boy. What you talking about?
Freeway went on 2 words. Wait, what? It's a known fact.
But then it was like, I was listening to somebody talk about how Kanye went back to, they said this was a genius move in regards to how he was marketing it. Like you were just talking about the P.T. Barnum. But he also, that person mentioned like from how tech companies roll out like new products and services. They do the beta testing, see, you know, if people like it, what they like, what they don't like. So it was like, he was actually doing that. And as I think you mentioned it on the phone call, like he was actually mixing, we were watching him mix the album. So it's kind of like in essence doing what tech companies do, like, hey, we're going to roll this out, but we're going to put this in beta testing, let people try it out, see what works, see what doesn't work. And then down the line, we'll release the actual product to the rest of the masses.
So is that why will we ever get Kanye's version of Donda?
Probably not. Because they were supposed to be tweaking not Donda, but Life of Pablo, because he wasn't done with that. He was supposed to be making changes and updating it over time, but I don't think he went back to it.
I think we'll get it in his time.
I don't want to hear it then.
I want to hear it now.
So it's like if a kid had dropped the God album. Like I heard that shit now.
Yeah, shit back in 2017. What the fuck are you talking about?
4 years ago, nigga.
You late. So the live, I pretty much, I guess because it had the visuals as well, it's like I said, it sounded and felt better.
I want to understand why Kanye wears these crazy masks.
Well, I said that being that he's a billionaire now, who's to say that was Kanye out there? Some of the time, maybe somebody else, somebody trying to knock him off.
You thought that was him at the Met Gala, and it wasn't.
So, like, you being a black billionaire of that magnitude, and pretty much just being who he is, the type of person that he is, very resistant. Like he doesn't,
and eccentric.
like he said, they want the Kanye, not Kanye. They want the Kanye. So he's like, damn, I'm paranoid. That's one of the things that the brother brought up with the thought crimes. The guy that's on the inside, he's paranoid.
And
so it's like, damn, who out here trying to kill me? I don't know. I got all these people around me, working on his album. So it's not like he just had a select few to work on the album. He had people flying out, So he's like, hey, so you got somebody several people wearing masks, and then like if somebody tried to knock you off, you got the wrong person. Throwing people off.
Scary.
So
you want $1 billion?
I just want to be hood rich and make sure mama and daddy straight.
You gotta worry about the niggas in your hood come kill you. Nigga.
I don't be in the streets.
We will be hood rich. He'll be hood rich, not in the streets.
I was about to ask, how you gonna be hood rich and you not from no hood?
I am from the hood.
Oh Lord,
boy, you don't know my history.
Go to the next fucking topic.
You don't know my history.
Here we go.
God damn, boy.
Go. I know everything.
I showed you them.
The block we bit on.
Chris told you. He told you last week. Ooh, I pulling up, getting addresses, and pulling up to people's houses, and he got confused talking about.
You also got struck by a
six?
missile. The next topic, please.
He
no.
I didn't brought him along so many times. He was like, "Hey, remember that time in Stop 6?" I'm like, "Nah, that wasn't me. I wasn't. I don't remember that time."
Next
topic.
I should let you know. Damn, but I ain't playing.
Tired of your backstory. Move it along.
He's mad because you can't be real like this, boy. What you talking about?
I've been roiding.
Wait a minute. You was way too fucking confident.
Yeah, calm that shit down.
We don't do that.
Yeah, chill out. Moving along.
I've been roiding.
I'll tell you my West Coast voice on.
I don't think they doing that in the hood in the West Coast.
Oh man,
that's some North Texas shit right there.
You want to take shit?
Oh man. So did he do what DJ Khaled did but better?
Absolutely.
All right.
I would say no, because Khaled don't actually be on these songs. Khaled really just puts niggas on songs. Just to, hey, you niggas, y'all these two niggas rap on these beat.
Come on.
Yeah.
Go on now.
Kanye actually crafts the songs.
Yeah. You are correct.
Khaled is a great playlist maker. They just give Khaled the songs that nobody's heard yet.
Okay.
Which is good A&Ring also.
So what makes this album stand out from Late Registration, Graduation, 808s, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
It's a culmination of all those albums.
Wait, say those albums again?
Late Registration, Graduation, 808s, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
And
what was the question again?
What makes this album stand out
from them?
Yeah, because most people put those up there like, "Yo, this is." Or let me reword the question. Not stand out from. What would put this album up there with?
This is the evolution.
You can evolve and be Trash.
The evolution of greatness. This is the culmination of everything he's done in his career.
Speaking of, why wasn't Life of the Party on this album? Now that would be because when you say the culmination, I don't hear My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy-esque.
I totally disagree.
Hip hop. I don't hear a lot of hip hop in the sense of like going in that direction, like a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy or Late Registration or songs off of Graduation. Now, sonically, like Power, things like that, okay, I can pull that, but the stadium sound, yes. But in regards to like just like a Life of the Party, like that's a song, like you listen to that, it has that hip hop feel, like, okay, old school hip hop. We don't hear that on this album, Donda album.
I disagree.
What songs?
Jonah.
Sounds like a modern day song.
It does.
But he's rapping on it.
No. We're not just talking rapping. I'm talking about a feel. Like when you hear I'm trying to think.
No, I get an old school rap shit from the Call and Repeat off of Pure Souls. I get old school Yay on New Again.
New Again, Lord,
I get old Yay on Believe What I Say. What
sounds like it's a house. It's a house fused or a house inspired song. I'm talking about like when you hear Life of the Party, that could take me back to
you mean soul sample Kanye.
That's what say what you mean.
Because there was not a lot of soul sampling on goddamn My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
But Devil in a New Dress.
Which just went platinum.
Or Devil in a New Dress, yeah, right. Nigga, Power technically is a sample. That's not a sample. What's the there's more samples on that album than what we give credit for.
Yeah,
he just sampled
different. Let me not jump out the window.
No, he sampled different. That's what I say. If you just
when you say soul sample, I go back to College Dropout.
Yeah, but even Late Registration.
I mean, like, yeah, but he evolved it. I'm just saying,
I'm saying he evolved this. He can't even call it soul sampling because he stopped sampling soul records.
So let me.
Life of the Party, that was a soul sample.
Yeah, it was a soul sample.
He's still sampling, but he's not strictly sampling soul.
That's where the difference. That's all I'm saying. Are you talking about the soul sampling Kanye? Because he's
I
sampling
think that's what he means.
So when you say soul sample, I immediately go to College
because
Dropout.
You're looking for.
I'm not looking for. I'm just saying this album. What was it? I forgot the goddamn.
You were saying you wanted to sound like Life of the Party. Like, why do you have that type of sound?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You talking about the soul sampling aspect of that song?
Well, y'all were comparing, like, because I was like, what was the question?
No, you were saying
I had to change the question. I had to change the question
because you were saying something about like him not being as hip hop, and I was like, yeah, he was doing this shit like on Jonah. He was rapping his ass off, and I was saying this about Life of the Party too.
And you're talking about old school hip hop vibes. Right. He gave you Call and Repeat on Pure Souls. What's a more old school hip hop vibe than a Call and Repeat?
It's outside, and we outside. It's outside. That sounds like goddamn where Brooklyn at, or goddamn throw your hands in the goddamn air. Wait, like you just don't care. See, it's hip hop, nigga.
One song got a 27.
He did the same thing on. He gave you songs. Okay. I gave you songs.
Juno, what did I mean?
But those are modern.
So are you talking about soul sample? What are you talking about?
When we listen to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, it has a certain feel.
Lord.
It's not an old school hip hop feel. What are you talking about?
Goodness gracious. Let me pull up the album.
I don't get an old school hip hop feel at all from My Beautiful.
Because it started with me saying Life of the Party. Like that had a certain feel. Why wasn't it on the album? Okay, I see it doesn't really mesh with the album.
You didn't even let anybody answer that. You went into something completely different. So
I said Life of the Party, then I was like,
what makes this album stand out?
Then
so
I changed it and said, how is it up there with? Is that what it said?
Yeah, that's what you changed it to.
Yeah. Okay, so you're still talking about Life of the Party and what makes this album up there? One question at a time, sir. Which one would you?
Well, go. You know both of the questions. Just answer the question. Just answer the question.
What makes this album up there is that I think the album is iconic.
Sound like me. You know what happened to me last week.
Yeah, well, I dare him.
So you mean it's like a chronic?
I do actually mean it's like a chronic, because a chronic was not strictly a Dr. Dre production. It was a compa-fucking-lation.
Oh, that nigga, that's Warren G.
And the DOC. And it was also Snoop Dogg's coming out album.
So what was this in relation to?
I'm saying it's a compilation.
Okay, compilation on that aspect. This album feels more like a compilation rather than a Kanye album in that aspect, if you want to say that. What makes this one up there with those albums? The production, the effort he put into it, as I keep saying. You can tell the difference when Kanye actually tries or when he just has some ideas and he's trying to do a whole bunch of different things at the same time. AKA Yeezus, Cruel Summer, the whole debacle of 2018.
I love the Yeezus album.
Well, I'm not saying they're not good albums. I'm saying, but it was like all over the place.
Okay.
Like he didn't like sit down and really make it all come together.
Now let's find out what album he's talking, what songs he's talking about.
Well, I remember where I figured out where I was like, because you said it was a culmination of all of those albums, and then I said, well, I hear like, okay, you got Power, you got
Power sounds like it could be on Graduation or 808s.
No, I'm saying he's pulling from, like, so she said it sounded like a culmination of all of them. But then I was like, I felt like there's some elements missing. So that's where we got off. You
can take the Marilyn Manson inside of Jail 2, and that's Devil in a New Dress with the rock guitar right there.
I'll say it. Also, I added to that. Also, it's more like a Hell of a Life.
Yeah.
And that Hell of a Life also starts out by him saying stadium fucking sound.
So I hear. Okay, let me change.
That didn't work. Let me throw something else in the middle. All these niggas got answers.
Wait a minute. Now, calm down now.
Because that ain't what I asked.
What I said was. Tell you what I know.
No. So you the smarty art nigga. This is coming next. So you the smarty art nigga. You smarty art nigga. Tell me this. Can you whoop my ass? It's coming next. We got too many answers. He not.
No, I'm really trying to understand.
Okay, so let me break it down. So same. I'm not changing nothing. It's like, okay, I hear a lot of Yeezus influence. I hear like when you look at Power or Stronger. That's the word. That's the song I was trying to think about. Stronger. Like those type of songs, I feel he's pulling more from 808s more so, Yeezus more so, and then like the stadiums, like, well,
the whole album.
Graduation was more so stadium going into that mode. But I'm saying like when you get into Late Registration, like We Major or Drive Slow, or like I don't hear those type. Like he's not pulling from that.
Those are the easier samples.
You're looking exactly there.
Soul samples, and We Major, and then Drive Slow is a known sample.
I'm talking about the song, like the feel, not the sample.
The feel is
I'm not talking about the sample. I'm just throwing those out there. I'm not saying those per se. I'm looking for like a hip hop feel. That's why I say when I say a more of a feel, a certain feel. Like Life of a Party has a Drive Slow. Well, We Major now.
Why don't you just say?
I want another college dropout. I want a college dropout too.
You want that? Oh yeah, you want that from the go? Yeah. Why don't you just say that?
No, because I'm basing it off what you said. You said it's a culmination.
It is a culmination.
So I'm saying I'm not hearing anything from certain elements of that I just named. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hearing
elements from those songs.
And I'm not saying me per se. I asked the question to you, to y'all. You said what you said, so I'm like, well, I'm not hearing he's not pulling from this. I'm not saying this is what I want. I'm just responding to what you said.
Okay, but we just told you, and so when we told you, we gave you the answers. You said, okay, so
because it wasn't understood. Let me
break it down.
I had to.
The one thing that Kanye does in his whole career that he did not do in this album was what? Soul sample.
That's it. That's the only thing he did not do was use a soul sample. That is the only thing that he did not do was use an old school R&B soul sample. Instead, he flipped Lauryn Hill.
That was the closest you got to that.
Okay. I just asked the question. I didn't say.
And
I didn't say this is how I feel, and then y'all are arguing what I said I feel. Goddamn. How y'all get me? How y'all get me? And I asked you the question.
Hey, you think you got me, but my back's not against the wall. Don't let the lifestyle drag you down.
How y'all get me? And I asked you the question, and I just responded to
because
the question.
you tried to argue it.
Because
you did what you do best.
Because you said, "Oh, I don't mean soul samples. I mean it's a feel." We're like the only thing missing as far as the feel is the soul samples.
I feel it feels more like electro.
Magnetic booty bass.
So it's like I'm focusing on that. I'm not talking about, like I said, just soul sampling. I'm just like the feel. It feels like it's electronic heavy. Of course, it's gospel heavy. So when you say the culmination, I'm like, okay, well, what about these elements as well? I don't see that being that you said it's a culmination.
It's a culmination, and
then every example you gave, we told you the soul sample or the sample, or we gave you an example on the album. You said no, it's not.
And you can evolve a soul sample by giving you a Lauryn Hill sample.
Yeah, he evolved with that.
It's neo soul, so technically he still gave you a soul sample.
So I was wrong. I apologize.
Moving on.
That's all I wanted. I just asked the question. Goodness gracious.
I'm the one that had to say I was wrong for it to end.
I just wanted to know.
I fucks with you. All right, I'ma fuck with you.
White boy.
Hey Terry, the fuck going on?
And he did the handshake.
All right, I'ma fuck with you.
Yeah, boy, who your parents?
Terry said, hello.
Or that cartoon.
A fucking white boy.
No, it's a white boy.
He yelling at his little white boy yelling at his neighbor. Go, Terry, the fuck going on? Terry goes, hey, how's it going? White boy go, all right, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'll play it for you.
Yeah, he looked like he don't even talk like he ain't supposed to be talking like that. It's like, yeah, it's funny. And he had the handshake down too.
And I mean a solid.
Yeah, boy was on point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, boy, you was raised by wolves, boy.
I'm sorry. This is kind of off topic now. So y'all threw this out there. It's y'all's fault.
Go ahead.
We shouldn't be praising this type of behavior. Because these are the same people that will get on and get famous and then talk about niggas all day.
Niggas get on and talk about niggas all day.
But we niggas, so we can handle niggas talking about us. Example I want to give.
Niggas can't handle niggas talking about them.
Your Asian friend, Aquafina.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about I'm not gonna do roles for that discriminate against or stereotype my heritage, but you got on stereotyping niggas.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
You should, because she's in Marvel.
You know who else is in Marvel? My good friend Mia from Hummins. So Aquafina could slide wherever the fuck she going with that bullshit. And I got it.
Hummins.
I don't care. Everybody is racist in some way, shape, form, or fashion, whether you be out loud or in the closet with it. Everybody's racist. And if you tell me you don't see color and you're not racist, you're a person I need to stay away from.
You know who's not racist?
Who?
Kanye.
Tell the truth, bud. That's why I fuck with you, bud.
So what's next? Who's next?
Who's next? Okay, we get into the meme conspiracy theories. Anything else y'all want to say in regards to the album? Anything?
No, I wish more people would be open to hearing what it sounds like when a artist truly evolves. we've watched Kanye grow up pretty much.
No, but let me give a point to that.
Well,
I'm gonna add to what
agreed
you're saying. As I was sitting back, I told y'all earlier. Yesterday, I was sitting at the house and I was like, "Damn, 1971 was 50 years ago. So what the fuck came out in 1971? One thing I forgot how everything started. It was the Jackson 5's third album or something like that. And I think that one had like Never Can Say Goodbye or whatever's on it. So I was looking at that and I was like, damn, the Jackson 5 really don't have a 5-year run. Where they were like killing shit. Then all of a sudden it was I think I'm ugly. Like the puberty hit and all that shit. But
that's what happens with puberty.
Yeah, but then Mike happened to backdoor that shit with the Off the Wall album. And then that started another 5-year run or 6-year run.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to around like year 8, year 9, year 10. That's where you get to like the Dangerous. It's kind of like you see it kind of like, it's about to go down. The fact that Kanye has been at this level for, can we say about almost 20 years now?
Yeah, about 18.
Now, 18, like
17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about
well,
Drake.
longer than that.
We talk about Drake, and Drake's run also is kind of amazing if you look at it too. In fact, he's still 10 years and he's still doing it.
Nah, he's 15.
No,
because it's still 2-7.
09.
07.
09.
Okay, like you're talking about his debut, like
no, what you call came out 09.
Lights. No, that's fucking.
Did you just call him James Cole?
Yeah, so I said Lights.
No,
I was thinking about all of the lights.
not that guy.
When you moonwalk out of that, I
That
said all the
nigga
lights.
just called it Friday Night Lights.
No, I said all the lights. Kanye.
I'm about to go home.
But basically, the seeing these runs that they're going on for so long, and then the 50-year thing I was saying, going back to that, 50 years from now, we look at Kanye. Hey, I don't see Kanye past this album. I don't know what Kanye can do past this album.
And that's the beauty of it.
That boy gonna team up with Kirk Franklin and
Stop.
Lecrae. That's
Nick,
next.
He already didn't have Fred Hammond.
Pause.
Yeah, he about to go. He actually about to go. Joel Osteen, boy, about to be on the intro.
Mm. But y'all don't. I think this is probably the second peak Kanye we're gonna get, and I don't think he has it in him to sit down like this again and really craft something.
Yeah, he getting older. Shoe money making more than he ain't making no bread off music.
But I think he did too many contracts. That's why he has to do this shit.
Borrowing that bread, boy, to fund your
true
your
passion.
drams. Your drams.
Well, at least this is what I can compare Kanye to. Kanye is a nigga who would take money and give you half-ass work to fund his own dreams, and then he finally good. Like, all right, let me give you like 75%. Like, here's the Donda album, nigga. So you go get.
Go on now.
So with the meme-spiracy theories, the untethering of Kanye and Aubbey IG.
We don't do that here.
Drake.
So, as we said before, or as I said before, we were going to do a show with the verses, Aubbey IG versus Kanye West. But as I listened to this album, I said, damn, we need to stop doing this. We need to stop putting these two up there because Aubbey IG is not worthy to be up there. Now, the boy got hits. I will give him that. He got hits, but when it comes to these albums, boy, these albums is lackluster as fuck. So when you talk about Kanye, he got hits, plus his albums are great. Classics. So the untethering of Kanye and Aubbey IG. So we just want to put that statement out there. So I listened to, I still ain't even listened to CLB like all the way through.
I have.
Real quick, what was your take?
Well, I started listening to it again for the second time. It sounded a little bit better the second time, but there was nothing. There was nothing inspiring on that album to where I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, he got one." Like, this is the best way I put it. I've been listening to Drake since like 09.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain songs right when you hear it, you're like, "Yeah, that's gonna be one." When I first heard No Guidance, when that just the sample and then the beat drop, I'm like, "Okay, that's one of the ones." There was not one of the ones on this album.
Not one of them ones. That's one of them ones.
You hear Lemon Pepper freestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you heard that beat, Drake about to smoke this shit. There's no Lemon Pepper freestyle on this album.
There's no 6 a.m. in Calabasas?
There's a 7 a.m. and something, but that beat was...
Nah. I heard it, but I'm like, that's why I brought up 6 a.m. in Calabasas.
Yeah, that one. Like, and then even the shit he was saying about Ye, it was kind of like, and everybody's like, oh, he's in, like, he ended Ye. Like, no, he didn't. Like, he barely addressed it. So.
Then I was listening to it in the car with Sudu. No friends in the industry. Sound like energy. So it's like you listening to the album. It's like, damn, this is regular formula. You just doing this to be safe. You playing it safe. So when we start talking about comparing, like, let's not compare no more because these albums is not living up to College Dropout on. Like, he ain't got nothing that fucks with. The only album I fucks with Drake that has a solid album is Nothing Was the Same.
Exactly.
That's it.
Question for you.
Go ahead.
Who makes better albums? Drake or J. Cole?
J. Cole.
Hit the button.
We don't do that here.
I'll just put the other way.
No. What the fuck is wrong with you? If I had a gun with one bullet and I could only they were both in the room with me, I'd line them up.
Put your head right here. Side to side.
Shoot one and pistol whip the shit out of the other.
No, line them up so that the bullet goes through both of their heads.
And both get pistol whipped afterwards.
Before.
But we don't condone. We're not gonna condone any violence.
We don't do that here.
We don't condone violence.
I
here on the
don't.
show. We're not gonna.
I honestly can tell you this from the bottom of my spirit. I have never listened to a Drake album in its entirety.
You should.
Yeah, a couple of them are pretty good, but most of them are kind of like you're saying. They're kind of like.
God damn, bud! Come on now.
Like,
I find him annoying, and I can't. Okay,
I can understand you with the voice. His voice is kind of weird, just like how you hated Kanye's voice when he came out.
And it's too much hype with it. I can't fuck with it. I don't do hype.
I see what you're saying.
I cannot. It took me years to watch Game of Thrones because it was too much hype to it.
It wasn't like the books. It ain't like the
books. But it's the fact that there's too much hype. I'm always behind.
Oh no, yeah, I gotta wait till it comes out. Like with Power, I still ain't watched Power yet. They have a third one. They got their third book.
They got too much shit going on, and I can't.
About to come out with
He's annoying, and there's too much hype behind it. I can't. I'm out.
Yeah, but
his face annoys me. His voice annoys me.
Like DMX. I don't like his face.
I would punch him.
No, you wouldn't. No. Chill out.
We don't do that here.
Yeah, chill out. You're not gonna do nothing.
How dare you?
Oh, this show is not fun anymore.
Yeah, we can't talk about fighting anymore. We talked about J. Cole's fatherlessness. Now we can't punch people in the face. Where's meme going?
Hey, you see what happened with Nori now.
That's what she. Yeah.
just playing around.
I don't want Shaheem calling.
And that wasn't even no. Hey, we're gonna put hands on niggas just being funny. Like they just.
You said that I couldn't talk about you God no more, and I didn't say anything about him.
Yeah, and that's one. Now we ain't gonna be talking about punching niggas in the face and shit. Because when niggas pull up and you gotta answer for that.
You think Drake's gonna pull up on
me?
Not him. You got people in the streets. Gotta be mindful what you say. Again,
yeah, they did vandalize Kanye's old house.
They put posters on that house.
They do be wild out in these streets.
They did chase down Joe Budden. No, he chased it. He chased the niggas.
Nigga, the only people that listen to us is us.
What
niggas do go back.
I'm gonna start putting some money up and start boosting some of these.
Niggas do go back and listen 10 years from now, like, oh yeah, remember y'all said nigga back? This is 20.
I'm gonna miss y'all because this is gonna be my last show.
Yeah, no,
I appreciate y'all.
We gotta do pre next week.
No, what'd he say? My album will be out next week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And she's gonna make it a week.
It's been great.
The fees it's lonely on this podcast.
No, I can do what the fuck I want on this podcast. It's gonna be fire.
Damn, Fees in the hospital. So yeah, media bias.
Oh yes, we had to put it about that. So the first thing I noticed was when the Donda album dropped, it was kind of like I saw one and gave it like a 0 out of 10. I saw like like you said, Pitchfork gave it 6 out of 10. Everybody was saying this album is trash, but it got very interesting because I went to my place of work, and I'm having these conversations with the people at work, and all of them are saying the same thing. Man, the album's trash. I don't want to hear that shit. Man, fuck Kanye. I don't want to hear the Kanye shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So shout out to the Book of Eli. Me and him have great musical discussions, and then we were going back and forth about the album because he was like, "Yeah, this fucking album is like greatness. Oh my god!" So he asked a random one of the random guys at work. He was like, "Yo, so why don't you like the album?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna hear that shit." Blah, blah, blah. He's like, "So have you heard the album?" And he was like, "No, I they played the whole album on the radio." And we were like, "No, they didn't." Like, "No, they didn't. They played the album on the radio. What are you talking about?" He said, "Yeah, they played the album on the radio." But come to find out, they only played Jail. So he's like, "Yeah, that's on her radio. That's all trash."
And that song ain't even that long. So how could you think that's the whole album?
Yeah, there's 27 songs on that.
That song is like 2 minutes long.
Yeah, so that's when we started like, you know what? So we put the album on the Bluetooth in the office. So we played Jail. We played Jail, New Again. Oh, Off the Grid, of course. Okay. And Juno. So he was like, "Oh yeah, this goes hard. This goes hard." We're like, we've been saying this the whole time. Like you called it whack, but then I started to pay attention. I'm like, okay, everybody who said it's whack. We talked to like 2 or 3 other people. It was the same thing. It was like they really only heard like 2 or 3 songs, but then we started playing it to them. Oh, this goes hard. Oh, then we played Jesus Lord for him. He was like, "Oh, I got goosebumps to listen to that one." And we're like, when you just said this album was like his exact words, the album was trash. I don't want to hear that shit. We played Jesus Lord. He's like, I got goosebumps. I got shivers coming down my spine. We're like, what? We're like, okay, so boom.
Calm down.
So
calm down, sir.
So another thing that I saw, when Certified Lover Boy came out, it showed like the first day numbers. Of course, Certified Lover Boy had more numbers, but he had like a second day drop of like 80 some odd million, while Kanye's went up the second day. So that showed me that, okay, people are like, they might say they don't like it, but they're going back and listen to it over and over and over again. So, because usually you will see that kind of drop, like you hear it one time, oh yeah, and I'm listening to something else for the next day. People are going back and listen to this Kanye album. So it shows right there that it is a difference between I don't want to say an Olive Garden meal and a Burger King meal, but
it is.
Or I'll say a home cooked meal rather than a pizza from Domino's. Both of them get the job done. You won't be hungry anymore, but one sticks with you.
And that, I mean, agreed.
Yeah, so I noticed that the media kind of tainted people's views of the album without even hearing the album. And that goes back to, I would say, go back to you too. Because I think you don't like the album just off the shit you heard.
Yeah, the initial listen, yeah.
So that's why when I do an album now, I don't listen to people's opinions about the shit. I don't listen to the Joe Budden podcast anymore. I do this shit like months. But just to get my own fresh mind and opinion, I'll listen to it, have my own opinion now. Then I might go listen to somebody else's just to see if it matches up or they give me a different perspective. But the first one's gonna be mine only. So fuck media biasness. Except when it comes to J. Cole, he's trash.
So
no, I'm sorry. I apologize. J. Cole, you're okay. Wale, you're a piece of shit. Continue.
Huh?
See how he didn't stop me though.
Right. No,
there's a difference between saying fuck this person's music and I'm gonna punch this person in the face.
I call him a whole piece of shit as a human being. I didn't say your music's a piece of shit, which is what I actually meant. I'm just being funny. But yes.
Huh? I need to let you listen to the issue with the issue that happened between Drink Champs and the Wu affiliates, Wu syndicates.
Well, he called them flunkies though. That was a bit uncalled for.
We saw what came out of that though.
Yeah, a lot of apologizing.
So, the ladies versus the Lord.
So, well, that goes back to more the Drake versus with the Kanye shit. But I noticed that no, actually this was you. Talk about the ladies and everything invoking
well, that was you that went into the whole rant, and I was like, let me write it down.
No, that was you earlier.
Oh, it was me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me go off of how I remember it. So with Drake, He did
Hey
the
man,
whole certified.
delete that shit off of there so that we don't have to do this. He don't even remember.
No, I remember. I'm trying to remember where we started from.
Well, it's tied into the media bias. That's why I brought it up.
Oh,
It
okay.
was tied into the media bias.
Oh no, it
the
was
ladies-
you. You the one talking about the ladies run the social media,
Right, but y'all were having a conversation and you asked my opinion and I gave it.
Yeah. So you said the ladies run social media, which is why Drake got the push where everybody's like, "Oh, Drake." Oh, going back to the whole Lil Durk on his verse on the Drake album where he said, "Oh, he promoted his girl's cosmetic line." Everybody's like, "Oh, he a real man. Oh, look at him supporting his queen." Blah blah blah. But they didn't talk about how on the Kanye album, Lil Durk was talking about his brother dying, who just died over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, and then Bond dying. Like his first time really addressing that. Nobody said shit about that.
And they're not gonna.
So that's when you said like, "Oh, the ladies run social media." So I'm like, "Oh, okay." So this is kind of like what Drake representing the certified lover boy. Oh, it's for the ladies. While Kanye took the, "Hey, I'm going to Apollo and sing a gospel song so I don't get booed off stage and shit." So he did out for the Lord, dressed up with Drake disses and crying about his divorce. So that's where the ladies versus the Lord came from.
Speaking of gospel album, is this a gospel album?
No.
It's being labeled as a gospel album.
If you call Drake disses gospel, then sure. Yes. It is the truth.
Well, God can speak to you and say, "Hey, slap dude." Can he not?
It's possible.
So with
wait. If God told you to slap somebody, was it really God?
It could be.
Or the guy that you,
Is that-
aka you, nigga. Your ego, nigga. That's Satan. That's Satan, nigga. See?
Well, law of karma, the law of cause and effect. If someone has been doing wrong out here in these streets, slapping people up, and then they fuck with the wrong person and they slap the shit out of them, it's karma.
Okay.
What
Well,
if God said, "Oh yeah, slap this nigga"? There's no talking to this nigga. Slap this nigga.
okay. So by the same token, if we're talking about the law of cause and effect, which one of the natural laws, correct?
Correct.
So another one of the natural laws is the law of duality. So it'd be God and Satan. So I should love Satan, right?
Yes.
Because it's all a part of the same coin. You're going to hell. All right, continue.
You talking to the guy that has a song called "Love Satan"? Come on now.
I know that's why I said love Satan.
Yeah, but you say I'm going to hell.
Yes, I'm Satan.
I'm not going to hell. I like Jesus walks, so I can't go
Heard
to
it
hell.
7 times.
Jesus gonna walk your ass to hell.
Down there, bud. Come on now. I don't want to hear your goddamn excuses, bud. I know you say you like Donda and shit, but we need to go. Let's go. I ain't gonna tell you again.
Go on, get.
So with
Yeah, like a Leonidas. 300.
but they were saying that it's labeled as a gospel album because it puts him in a whole different category for the Grammys next year.
Smart.
It's not a hip hop album, so it's like, hey, this is a gospel. He's covered all of the bases for like taking the curses out, having the sound, talking about JC and all that. So it's like when we go up for the Grammys, he's not going to compete with King's Disease 2 if Jay drop an album with Drake's Certified Lover Boy or Kenny's album. Like, okay, he's going to be over
If he
there.
drops it.
Well, we still got a lot of competition trying to go up against CLB off top, and then King's Disease 2. So it's
Whatever
like,
white album drops this year is what's gonna win.
whatever what?
White hip hop album.
Well, hey,
drops.
Who is white that's
the whitest black album dropped, so it might win one.
Who?
Your boy, Tyler.
You know what? That is the most fire hip hop album this year.
Tyler might
I don't give a fuck.
Tyler gonna win it this year.
I don't give a fuck what anybody's talking about. Ain't nothing
I gotta
y'all
hear this
put out this year fucking with Call Me If You Get Lost. That's period.
I want to hear this album now. I've been saying that for the last 3 weeks too.
It's a solid album.
Is it fucking with King's Disease too?
No.
Okay.
It's way better.
Nah.
To me.
Nah.
To me. And they did a poll on another podcast.
Man, I don't want to hear about no
and
poll on another podcast.
there's
Shit, they
polls.
biased. I don't hear that shit.
Nobody's biased to Tyler. It's niggas we know that think that Tyler has the best.
These are the same people that say goddamn Boomerang is the best goddamn soundtrack ever.
I thought they said waiting to
And that too.
exhale.
And that too.
Wait,
Come on now.
is this who I think we're talking about here?
Mm-hmm. The group.
All respect to you guys.
Nigga.
Nah.
Their bias?
That's hilarious because y'all talking about this shit talking about when you ain't said they fucking name.
No, don't take it personal.
I don't want no smoke, guys. I love Boomerang soundtrack. Go back and listen to the episodes.
Yeah, I posted it in the chat.
And he put it in the group chat.
I put it in there.
But
I said, who the fuck fucking with goddamn Butter Rim? Come on now. I can't trust your judgment if you say that. I don't want to hear about no Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah. Okay.
Tyler, it's all love over here. Honestly,
I'm gonna go listen to the Tyler
top hip hop rap album.
Do I think will it be better than King's Disease 2? No, but I'm not gonna go in there with that bias.
Please don't go in there with that bias. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Oh, but Tyler, here's a caveat for that. It'll be the top album of 2021 for me until Mac Miller's Faces drops on October 10th.
Oh yeah, what's called it? He just dropped the song. I saw that.
Shapes and Colors. Beautiful.
Yes.
The nigga is my screensaver.
Oh, D.
So, I'm the only one that had goddamn meme conspiracy theories, and
yeah, I didn't have any.
Okay, so let me add my last one in since y'all ain't saying shit. So
I'm the one asking me questions.
Oh, you have more questions to ask?
No, I said I just asked you about the gospel album, like him using that as a means to.
He asked us out loud, and I was like, "No, I got nothing. I didn't come into this looking for a meme conspiracy theory. I came into it to discuss a lot more stuff that we didn't even get into. But that is something we can save for like a after hour show at some point."
Okay. Well, then I'll get off my last point.
Go on here, bye.
So, as we said earlier, I think Kanye is the P.T. Barnum of hip hop. Puts on these extravagant displays of showmanship. Does all this crazy stuff. I now think Kanye is the greatest troll / con of hip hop history.
How so, sir?
Well, first off, he trolled his way to the White House to talk to Trump twice. Came in there with the blonde hair. We thought he was crazy. He did the whole slavery's a choice thing. But when you start breaking down a lot of stuff he's saying, while he goes on these rants, you can come back and say, okay, I see what he's saying.
Yeah, because slavery as a choice was only a soundbite.
Yes.
Niggas didn't actually listen to.
And I went to bat for Kanye and almost got drug at that event.
Nobody is listening to the whole of it. You get a soundbite and you run with it.
Yes. So even like in those moments, him wearing the red MAGA hat, we know what Trump is. Trump is a very narcissistic human being. So he was playing to that. Him, wear your hat. I'm going to talk you up in front of my people. You know, Trump was trying to get the black vote. So, of course, he took him in. But he used that to get to him to say, hey, you look into this Larry Hoover case, which is something that many other people could have done. Never did.
As Larry Hoover Jr. so eloquently put it.
And then that also, I thought about something else. That makes the him versus Barack stuff even more interesting. Because you would think him and Barack would have talked and he'll be able to make that same argument to him, but since they didn't get along, just because of fucking Taylor Swift shit.
I'm an abomination in Obama's nation.
That's a pretty foul way to start a conversation.
He's a black man.
From the same place.
District. From city. From the shop.
That nigga was running for re-election. You got to protect these little white girls.
But he never made it right. And I honestly don't think
Barack
doesn't like Kanye.
I don't think he's ever going to make it right. He chose a side.
That's what I'm saying. But I say also, I don't think he's going to really fuck with Kanye like that.
He fucks with Jay.
Right. That's the homie.
Him and Jay are friends.
So Kanye.
And I think they're only friends based upon who Jay's married to. It's all politics.
Yeah, it's an op.
Ye is not. I don't think Ye is an op. Ye is literally the one they cannot control.
That makes you an op.
Or opponent. Okay, I'll get you on that. Or, well, in certain situations, yes, you're an op. Or until I can use you, then you're a...
It makes you, it makes you an op.
Yeah, so boom. So he does all that, he trolls all that to get the attention for Larry Hoover to get him released. Slavery's a choice, all that stuff. He's running for president, doing all this great stuff. But behind the scenes, as we see with the album, he's trying to get Larry Hoover out. He's also, like I say, now all of a sudden he's claiming GD, go back to the Life of the Party song. That's one of the big things that came out of that was him saying about Drake on GD, you better not fuck with him, whatever. So everybody's like, oh, not Drake, but Kanye's a gang member now, blah, blah, blah. I think, well, he's always had ties to the GDs. Did I mention it on the show, or we just talk about it off the show, where I talked about the whole BD versus GDs in Chicago? Was that on the show or off the show?
Off the show. Okay,
so if you know about the BDs and GDs, if you're not, go look into that. But the fact is, the GDs are not represented really much in hip hop, and that's because of Dirk and Von and all them, because they were basically blackballing them because they were the upper hand and they're like ops. If you go back and know the history, the BDs and the GDs have kind of been making fences, but since they have their own thing going on, since they're beefing on about their own little personal things, it makes it seem like they're still beefing when they're really not. So it seems like Kanye's trying to step in and be like, hey, we got to chill out on these killing and bring the gangs together in Chicago, which to me ties in about the stuff that Jay talks about bringing red and blue together. I think this is Kanye's way of actually trying to do that. We're having Ruger write on the album. Ruger writing on the album, him claiming GD, but also having Lil Durk on the album at the same time. So there's a lot of groundbreaking stuff.
And Fivio.
And Fivio, and then, if you know the story about that, So it's like him working with his ops, but really trying to mend the fences and trying to bring everybody back together. So that's like another underlying tone or theme that's going on with this album. It's like his mom, the Kim shit, gospel, but also trying to bring gangs together and get Larry Hoover out to inspire change. So that's another thing that's not talked about as far as this album. And with another reason why it makes it better than a certified lover boy.
Good job, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, sir. Now, did y'all see the 2005-2021 the reoccurring of like Katrina happened.
Oh, then Hurricane
and
Ida.
then Hurricane Ida happened on the same day, 16 years later, and then the tie-in with Kanye, 2005, 2021, and then the hurricane song on Donda, and then there was a baseball team that was brought up as well, 2005 to 2021.
They won like the championship or something like that.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the tie, the entanglement of how these, and it's like to the day, you know, the day of the 16th year anniversary of Katrina, Ida hits the same location. Kanye drops the album. Kanye had the famous George Bush Don't Like Black People based on the Katrina situation. And then Hurricanes is on the Donda album. And then, like I said, with the baseball team. So it's like, you know, me reading about my simulation stuff, you know, it's like these entanglements, like you can't make this up. Like how? Yeah. How do these things happen?
There are no coincidences.
So I just throw that out there. That'll be my meme-spiracy theory.
Everything operates under divine order.
Patterns, cycles.
Ebbs and flows, sines and cosines. Buddy.
Word up. So yes. So we'll end it on that note. Anything else?
Oh, I got my bars off. Great Donda album. Everybody's go check it out and listen to it for the rest of your life. So
this concludes season 8, where we show you why we're great. This is meme number 88, entitled "MEMEFYING." Ye's Donda album. Hashtag. And we don't care what Aubbey says.
We'll let you have that one.
Y'all don't want to sing?
Not with that one. No, that one.
Well, y'all said y'all fuck with it at the last show.
Yeah, but that ain't how it go.
Yeah, you were the
yeah.
Y'all lame.
Fucking extra.
Hashtag call me A East. Hashtag, what was the hashtag you had?
What certified fuckboy Donda son? That was my name for the day. Yeah.
You got a hernia?
No.
So that concludes today's show. We talked about memories, memifying Ye's Donda album, and untethering or meme-spiracy theories, untethering Kanye and Aubbey IG. Join us next week for meme number 89 entitled "Welcome to Alana."
Boy, I'm
appreciating
You're not
Jermaine
the only
Dupri.
one that's not coming to that show because I just
Man, I do the goddamn show by myself.
I just realized he's gonna do that accent the whole.
Welcome to Alano.
Yeah.
Well, we said we was gonna do goddamn Jason lyric accent the whole. We didn't do it, so
No, but you.
Oh yeah, we got to prep. We got to prep for that. Never mind. Yeah, I am gonna do that.
Yeah.
Welcome to Alano.
Man, come on.
Appreciating Jermaine Dupri. Let me say it one more time. Meme number 89. Welcome to Alano. Appreciating Jermaine Dupri. Hashtag Diddy needs to stop now.
I'm sorry.
Hashtag I don't appreciate Jermaine Dupri.
Hey, look, I didn't know. Oh God, I didn't know.
Welcome to Alano. Egg roll. Egg roll. You want some egg roll?
Where you going, Carl Lewis?
We don't do that here.
You heard what he said, right?
Yeah, that's why I think we don't do that here. Get us canceled in this bitch.
Oh yeah.
But-
TikTok shit.
Watch myself.
Yes.
But niggas get to run rampant.
Did not know the language. With tap dance in the street.
Much respect.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, and all podcast platforms for now. So
we will see.
So you can only get season 7 and up on those platforms. If you want seasons 1 through 6 pre and post shows and other exclusive content, go to our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/theMEMEpodcast. Donate, support, and become a meme or a memer.
Question. You said season 7 and up is on Spotify?
It's not.
Yeah.
It's 8
and up.
Yeah, I'll
But
check.
8. It's 8 actually.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You knew what you did.
I just copy and paste from last week's show and then the week before that and the week before that. So,
I'm glad we can correct you, sir.
Thank you.
No problem.
It'll be the same next week.
All right.
We know.
So in closing.
Break it down.
Yo Gotti and T.I. is having a
Who?
Yo Gotti and T.I. is having a versus, and I'm just gonna go ahead and end on that because life
This is getting worse.
I just
Oh,
thank
man.
y'all for coming out. God,
You ain't gonna say your verse?
Jesus.
I just want to go.
Nigga, I've had enough.
Damn. Yo
Tell me
Gotti,
if you
I
know
did. Why?
someone that needs Jesus. No, I didn't ask y'all for y'all help. No, never mind. Y'all got it. No.
All right. You may not be ready for the day, but it cannot always be night. Rest in peace, Donda.
Mm.
And rest in peace, Mac Miller, too. So strength.
So I end by saying, life is but a meme. You can dream, express, or have no chill, but at the end of the day, we can give a fuck how you feel.
We was back.
This is the Meme Podcast. When it comes to black entertainment, we reign supreme. All facts. We are the supreme meme team. We clout chasing, keeping up, and about waking people up. We honor both. If you have a problem with that, pull up if you want that smoke. And it'll be that way until I say cease.
We outta here.
Peace.
You're now listening to Meme. You're now listening to Meme.